It doesn't seem like it was long. Like, vacations go fast. They always do. But then you think back at, like, the first day of vacation. I was like, wow, it was like a long time ago.
What did you do the first day of vacation?
I don't know. I think we drank.
Drank?
No, I had
did a little drinking.
Had the comedian party during vacation. And now that seems like that was a real long time ago.
A real long time ago.
Yeah. A lot of stuff in between then and now, but
know how long we were on vacation? I drove a whole coast.
Did you?
Yes.
You drove the flaming coast? Literally the flaming coast of California?
It was the flaming coast because it started in San Francisco and ended in L.A.
Yeah.
That San Francisco gay thing is so overrated. I see more gay people walking around my stupid neighborhood than you see in San Francisco.
You're probably just not going to the real, Mo areas.
I guess there's one big Mo area, right?
There's probably a big Mo area there. It's just a big street that just says Mo area.
Where that do-gooder Harvey used to live?
Yeah, Harvey Milk.
That do-gooder.
Yes.
That little pesky, I need to get some things done.
Oh, as he's fucking playfully patting his friends that he just met on the hiney.
With his peanut butter teeth.
Yeah.
Let's not forget he had peanut butter teeth.
Yeah, they don't show that in the movie.
No,
really.
Sean Penn didn't feel like going the distance and put in the fake peanut butter teeth.
I'm Harvey Milk and I want to recruit you.
Right.
Okay.
I'll tell you, I flew out of L.A. yesterday, and those fires, good luck with those things.
Yeah.
They were getting a little too close. I was glad I had the first flight out yesterday.
Got out of Dodge.
And then I wake up this morning, they're saying that the fires have tripled in size and they're taking out TV and radio towers. This is God basically saying, fuck you all.
Yeah, California
we're going to take out
burning.
We're going to take out your communications, and then we're going to allow this fire to continue burning.
Yeah, it's they're running rampant, those fires. And apparently there's a big mountain that they put all the antennas on.
Yeah, and
not like here where we put them on our buildings that collapse after they get hit by airplanes. Jesus. But they got them up on mountains over there, and the fire is sweeping toward these mountains.
Oh, amazing. But it gives everyone an opportunity to get a nice sunset picture, though, Anthony.
Yeah, I bet through the smoke.
When you get all that stuff in the air, wow, you get some nice sunsets.
Yes, I don't doubt it.
But the clouds looking into the hills of L.A., wow.
Yeah,
that's something I've never seen before. You look and it looks like a cloud, but then it's like reddish and gray and just
smoke
and just massive. You can't even wrap your arms around how big that is.
And you know how much worse that is than 8 billion cars running for like 10,000 years?
Oh, is it bad?
Yeah, it's they never talk about the natural pollution that happens from wildfires and volcanoes and things like that. It's like just natural air pollution. It's pouring more crap into the atmosphere than cars do.
Yeah.
And they just can't stop it. It's so crazy.
Well, we're supposed to let the fires burn. You know that.
It's part of the natural progression, unless it's set by people. But for the most part,
yeah, us humans, we like to try to stop nature. That'll be smart in the end. By the way, us trying to stop nature. No, these fires are supposed to burn.
Years ago, that's what they did. They just burnt until they hit something that didn't burn anymore.
But because there's houses and other things in the area, no, you can't let these fires burn. That's crazy.
I love the giant fire with the helicopters and airplanes dropping water on it, and they still can't get it under control. Yet some idiot is on his porch with a garden hose trying to save his house.
Hoping for the best.
He's trying to save his house. It's like, dude, just
that's always a great picture.
Grab your photos, grab things that are irreplaceable, and just leave.
I'll tell you, we could do what did we learn on our vacation? Mm-hmm. I learned that we're being cheated as far as real oxygen goes.
Yeah.
You go up into the Big Sur area, in between San Francisco and L.A., closer to San Francisco than L.A., and you realize, wow, this is the oxygen we're supposed to be breathing if we didn't destroy our environment. And trust me, I didn't go green over break or nothing, but this is just like some pretty easy observations to make.
Yeah.
You wake up in the morning and you walk outside, you go, wow, this is what oxygen is supposed to feel like. Pure, fresh air.
Unique.
Unbelievable. And then you get to L.A. and you go, oh, all right.
And then now I get it.
It's the smog and the fire and ash that you're breathing in.
God, talking about going green. This whole going green thing is just another excuse. Taking a flight out of LaGuardia.
Yeah.
I get my ticket and I go, oh, I need one of those envelopes because I like having the envelope to put my ticket in. She goes, oh, we don't have those anymore. We've gone green. It's like, no, at least be honest. You've gone green in that it costs green to buy those envelopes.
Right.
So now you just walk around with the flimsy little piece of paper boarding pass
that rips in half before they rip it up.
Yeah.
Yeah, they say that as you look out the window as they're fueling up the big 797, whatever.
It's like, don't bullshit me that you've gone green.
Look out the window and it's like that, how do you explain it? From the fuel that...
Oh, yeah, you just see the shimmering...
Thank you, yeah.
Yeah, the shimmering of the air.
Right.
From fuel fumes and heat.
Escaping.
Yeah, but keeping us from getting those little envelopes that kind of help us keep our tickets organized in our vest pocket or whatever.
In San Francisco, the sports section is in green font, and it says something like, maybe someone up there could explain this one, and it says like, oh, I forgot what it said, but something like we're going green.
Going green.
And to show that, like the sports section is basically green paper. You feel like you're getting some kind of disease just because you want to get the sports scores.
Moldy, rotting paper.
I don't know. I don't know what it is.
A lot of people using the green thing as an excuse to just cut back on money.
Boy, we picked 2 real good weeks to take off, huh? Not much has happened.
Well, here's an item. A couple of things have happened.
What was your favorite story over break?
Oh, wow. That's a tough one. I got a review. Let's see.
Look at the big stories.
Yeah.
My favorite, you'll never pick out of the big stories that is written down in front of us. My favorite story over the 2-week vacation.
God, there's a couple.
Does anyone want to guess? Don't go with the Ted Kennedy death thing.
No. With
although that was some great TV to watch.
With you, I think it's is it Creep?
No, it's not Creep,
right.
which we'll get into. That guy was a ghoul. All I want to know. The stupid media, will you just find out one thing for us? What is that thing on his nose?
On Creep's nose? The guy
on Creep's nose.
Yeah, kidnapped that girl when she was 11 years old.
It's like some kind of
captive.
Some kind of double mole thing?
Yeah.
What is it?
It's a double mole.
Is it skin cancer that went unchecked? What is it?
Can only hope with this guy. Jesus. That's just like a ghoul mark. Like if you have that
mark of ghoul.
You're a ghoul.
What was my favorite story over the vacation? It's in the big story section of the vacation wrap-up here.
Runner?
Yes!
Okay. Yes. Yeah, that is a good one.
If you don't know this story, world champion female runner from South Africa is being forced to prove she's actually a woman. So she went, I wasn't even paying attention, but she kicked everyone's ass to the point where they're like, what the fuck? And then they looked at her and she looks like a man. She looks like a man.
Oh, yeah.
The best part of the story is she flies back to South Africa and everyone comes out. She gets a hero's welcome. And then the politicians, they're having this huge press conference in front of thousands of people and they're trying to say that she's a woman while she's standing right there.
How embarrassing.
There should never be a doubt if you're a woman or a man.
Look at that, though. That's a dude.
It's got to be a dude, right?
Oh,
they should have another category in these athletic events for things.
For things, whatever. Because not much of a lump, but could be tucking. It'd be hard to run while you're tucked. Ow.
It's probably technically a woman, but it should be a new category called thing.
You think it's one of those big clit things?
A big clit monster?
Those giant clit things.
But the politician is sitting there trying to convince the world that she's a woman as she's standing there awkwardly like, God, I can't believe they don't think I'm a woman.
Oh, my God, what am I going to do? Ew, look at that. Stop.
Wow, a teeny peeny.
Yeah, we're looking at a
pouring out
large
the side
clitoris,
of
but it's
a pair of panties.
But it looks like a schween. You pull those panties down and see that. Dude, I am running. Run for the hills. Run for the hills. Okay, that's a little too close.
That's, all right, we're looking at Yeah, that was my favorite story over break, by far.
Yeah, you like that one?
It was hilarious. And she's got like a little mustache and everything. And
it's just a wreck.
And people are just trying to convince the world that she is actually a woman.
I don't know. I kind of liked our own Governor Patterson. I like that story.
That just happened, though, right?
Yeah, I didn't think Governor Patterson was ever playing this card. I thought I assumed if you're a blind black guy and no matter how you got in, you end up being the governor of the state of New York, that you wouldn't really play the race card. And he hasn't over the time he's been in there. But now he's saying the only reason he can't get anything done and he's coming up on all these hurdles that he's got to come up on when he tries to get things passed is because he's black and there's a bunch of racists and people are scared of blacks in politics. People were scared of blacks in politics. We wouldn't have the president we have.
Right. Yeah.
You know, I mean, it's kind of a ludicrous thing for the governor to be saying.
And that what happened a couple days ago? That's a newer story?
Is it that he just found out he's black? Because that could happen where...
He just needed an excuse.
Yeah. Somebody dropped the N-bomb and he went, what?
Is
there anyone else in the room?
It's just a tough time to be a politician.
Oh, please.
Black, white, yellow, green, Martian, whatever the fuck you
57% of the people polled said they want all of Congress to be thrown out.
Really?
And start from scratch.
Start anew?
Start anew. That's insanity. The Democrats have really screwed this up pretty quickly.
You know, I was in a lot of states over a break, and I had just a thought. I'm driving here and there, and I'm buying stuff, and I'm checking this out, checking that out. I don't see a hint that the economy's in trouble.
Yeah, when you go out there and actually watch.
All I see is people buying, waiting in line, buying. And you and I have been around long enough to know that it looks exactly the same as 10 years ago.
Yeah.
Exactly the same. I was in malls. They were packed. People had shopping bags wherever I went. I was in a bunch of downtown areas in major cities. People are hustling and bustling and buying.
Yeah.
So why the fuck is this economy collapsing?
Well, there's a fear factor in there. Like people accused, to whatever extent, George Bush of using terrorism to keep people at bay, to keep them going, well, you know, got to listen to this guy because keeping us safe. I think the Obama administration is really using this economy thing and saying it's pretty bad, you know, you need our leadership. And so they always need a cause that the media can jump on. They can then use the fear, the fear factor, and keep the people that are in power okay, because then we look and go, well, they said the economy's bad, everything's terrible, we got to do something about it. Meanwhile, like you said, you walk into the Apple store, because that new operating system came out.
Right.
Packed.
Dude,
packed.
Everywhere was packed.
Yeah.
Do a little exercise in your life today. Just observe people buying stuff today.
Yeah.
And think. I don't know how old you are as you listen to this radio show. Think back to what would be a long time ago for you. If you're a 20-year-old shithead, that means maybe 2 years ago. Fuckers. Oh, this time will get you too.
It creeps up on you.
Right. And just watch. Everyone's buying.
Yeah.
Everyone's buying. People are going to concerts. People are going to sporting events. They're going to the malls.
To the movies.
I saw a lot of brand new cars on the highway. I drove probably...
It's the Cash for Clunkers program.
Yeah. I probably drove 600 to 700 miles over the break. I saw a lot of new cars. I saw a lot of traffic, which means they're not holding back.
No, they're not staying home.
They're getting their fuel.
Yep. Oof.
I paid $5 a gallon for gas.
No, you didn't.
Fuck yeah, I did.
$5 a gallon.
$5 a gallon.
Where are you?
I was driving from
Hawaii,
from Big Sur to L.A. and we stopped at pretty much the only gas station.
Ah, they got you by the balls.
And it was one of these weird, like, I don't know, it had a supermarket, restaurant, gift shop, and an antique shop, and a gas station.
Oof.
And this is the only place we came upon.
Last gas for 380 miles.
And the first clue, I should have noticed they didn't have the gas prices anywhere. And
really? He just makes it up as he goes along?
And I can only rent a stupid fucking Honda, by the way. I try to get a nice SUV or a convertible, because if you're gonna do the ride down the coast, you want a nice vehicle.
Something nice.
I couldn't find one. So I'm in a Honda, which you forget how great the gas mileage is in a fucking Honda, by the way. And I figured, all right, let's just throw $20 in. That'll fill up the tank again, or get it close to where we need to be. And all of a sudden, like, I looked as he's pulling the nozzle out, and it's 4 gallons. I'm like, what the fuck? He goes, yeah, gas is $5.08 or whatever the fuck it was. 4 gallons of gas for $20.
Come on.
Yeah, and then his wife's off to the side. She's like 6-7 months pregnant, smoking. I'm like, where the fuck am I?
Breathing in fumes.
Yeah. Whatever. Let me say hi to Nick in Illinois. Nick.
How you doing there, guys? Welcome back.
Thank you, Nick.
First of all, I got to say, Opie, Mr. In Touch with America.
Yeah.
I drive 700 miles a day. Mm-hmm. And the things that I'm seeing out there are these little kind of, they're not as noticeable. There's a lot of car dealerships that are closed down.
Oh, we know that. That's like obvious, but that didn't happen. Yeah.
Okay, go ahead. Sorry, dude.
No, I'm just saying that's like a whole separate subcategory of the bad economy thing. That's like legitimate. The car dealers are in the shitter.
And maybe with my little rant, I exaggerated by saying I saw people driving new cars all over the place. I might exaggerate a little bit there, obviously, but I am seeing people in new cars. Yeah, we know that. We know that's a real issue.
Okay, now the other thing is, being a trucker, I noticed this more than anything. In the truck stops, they're not full anymore. For a while there, you get to a truck stop about 4 in the afternoon, and you're screwed. You don't have a parking spot. You got to go to the next one and the next one, and you got to keep looking. Now the truck stops are nearly empty, which means freight isn't moving, which means people aren't really buying. It's probably more like big-ticket items that they're not buying, like washing machines and dryers and stuff like that. And that's why you didn't notice it. I mean, I noticed everybody's still eating and buying goodies in truck stops and stuff like that. But the economy really is hurting out here if you talk to the people.
Yeah, all I'm saying is when you just go about your everyday life, you don't see anything drastically different.
You don't see like the Dust Bowl, the Grapes of Wrath,
right?
The depression lines with bread and soup.
I saw people spending wherever I went. I was in nice neighborhoods, horrible neighborhoods, and everything in between. And people were just going about their business, just consuming.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I just wanted to point that out to you guys, that I'm seeing stuff out here. I'm sure the average Joe doesn't notice it as much because, they're not looking for the things. But, we're also on the way back to a recovery, according to the trucking industry. So that might be a good thing.
Well, let's keep our fingers crossed, my friend. Thanks, Nick.
Take care, guys.
All right. What else happened over break? This Lockerbie bomber thing drove me fucking nuts.
Fucking... who is this asshole that let this guy go?
Well, I don't understand the logic.
Yeah.
The victims, families, they didn't have an opportunity to have some kind of homecoming at the end of their lives.
Yeah.
They're just dead.
I mean,
they're just dead.
They're dead.
And they didn't get to see any loved ones before they perished. So why do you let this guy go and go back home?
So what? His ass is rotting out. Fuck him.
Yeah.
Fuck him. Let him die in prison. That's what he's supposed to do. He's supposed to die in prison. You don't let him loose on some mercy fucking thing because he's got the prostate cancer. Whatever. You let him die in prison. That's what life in prison is, by the way. You die in prison.
Especially if you killed other people. I don't understand
Exactly.
how the mercy thing comes. I don't understand how the mercy thing comes into play at all.
No, it shouldn't.
But if you're the guy that is responsible, how many people died in the Lockerbie bombing?
270.
It was over, close to 300 people.
Yep.
So, and now this guy is terminally ill. You watch how he...
watch how long he lives.
He'll live a few years now. You watch that. He gets to go home and say goodbye to his family and loved ones? How does that make sense?
Well, now
no matter what country you're from.
Now they're saying he might have been released for an oil deal.
Really?
Some type of oil deal that might have been made between the UK and... let me see. Yeah, unhappiness. Who let him go? Was it Scotland?
Yeah,
or,
it was Scotland.
It was Scotland?
Yeah, good old Scotland.
The fuck are they doing? Who's the guy in charge? Who let this guy go? Throw him out. God. Imagine the outcry.
But when that came over the wire, I'm like, what the fuck?
Yeah. And then they're like,
what an insult.
They go, yeah, keep it all low key. Just ship them back. Shut up. And then they have a big celebration.
Like they just won the NBA championship.
Yeah. Guy gets off the plane and they're cheering him like a hero.
Like he's an Olympic champion.
Justice would have been that plane blowing up and plummeting.
Yeah.
And him dying like that. You son of a bitch.
I love how people get pissed off because we're just ranting and being stupid. Opie, you truly are an idiot. Rich, out of touch ass. All I'm saying is I saw people consuming and buying like crazy.
Tiffany? Where were you, Opie? Where were you? Like the guy thinks we only go to like exclusive places where people are go to the mall.
See,
take a weekend and go to the mall.
See, what I'm getting at, it's a much bigger issue that has nothing to do with the people. Because if it was up to the people, we're still spending and we're doing our jobs.
Yeah,
the system in general is fucked up.
Yeah.
And they got us in this situation, you asshole.
$110 million weekend box office, by the way.
Okay.
Ooh.
So people aren't spending?
Yeah.
There you go.
$110 million spent on the movies.
There you go. Like Anthony said, there's no dust bowl. They make it sound like there's a dust bowl.
Yeah, like there's unemployment lines where people are waiting for bread.
That means the people that are in charge fucked this up a long time ago, and eventually we're going to pay for it, but we're still out there doing our jobs and spending as best we can.
Yeah. Yeah,
people are still going to the movies. People are still going to the malls. People are still going to restaurants.
No, you're an idiot because... Okay.
You didn't get my point. The system is really, really fucked up.
Yeah.
Why is there so much debt?
Well, now, first we had, the war. So that chalks up a lot. Mm-hmm. And that is pretty much the only real thing that they can look back on and go, well, that was Bush's fault. But now to just blame Bush for everything, when this son of a bitch is chalking up a hell of a debt for everybody. Wow.
Yeah,
just gets bigger by the minute. Ugh.
Well, he's going to get some things done.
That's our boy Obama. Yeah.
He had a nice eulogy for Ted Kennedy.
Oh, did he?
Wow.
Is that one of the things he knew he could do without really catching any shit?
Wow.
And it would be great. He could go back to his days of just speaking well and people going, "Oh, what a great speech maker he is."
Did you watch the Ted Kennedy funeral?
No.
You didn't?
No.
Ted Kennedy had two sons go up there and speak. The one was very, very good. Ted Kennedy Jr. was amazing.
Yeah.
And then his other son, he has some kind of thing with his voice.
Oh, no.
My father. Oh. You didn't hear his voice?
So that what was his inbreeding?
What's his name? Patrick?
Yeah.
He's in politics, right? Patrick Kennedy?
Is he?
My father taught me from an early He's running out of air or something. I didn't even know what he was saying.
I gotta hear him.
Could you pull some audio of the two sons just so you
get a little comparison?
A little comparison, because Ted Kennedy Jr. was the one that lost the leg.
Oh, right. He lost that a long time ago.
And he walked right up onto that pulpit like he had two legs. I'm like, damn.
Was he wearing spatula foot, or did he have...
well, he had a suit on, so I don't know.
A suit, so you don't know?
And he did his father proud, and then the other son came up and had to follow. My father.
Why didn't they have the funny voice kid first?
Yeah. Do you have
Is that funny voice kid?
When I was a kid, I couldn't breathe. Growing up, I suffered from chronic and crippling asthma attacks. And the medications I had to give to me were very difficult and gave me a throbbing headache every night that I had to use my Bronchosol.
Wait, stop.
What the fuck does this have to do about his dad?
I forgot. This has to be done. Start over.
He made it all about him.
So Ted Kennedy's Jr. comes up, tells some poignant stories and this and that and life lessons. And then his other son, Patrick here, that we're about to hear, he gets up and we're like, all right, you're going to hear some more wonderful stories about Ted Kennedy, right?
Yeah.
And all the fucking guy would talk about is his asthma for the first 10 minutes. There's 4 presidents in the audience, you asshole.
I'll give you asthma.
Right.
You're playing golf today.
Can you start over? You would think the asthma thing would be for maybe 10 seconds, then he would move on.
Yeah.
Watch how long he goes with his asthma
That's
thing.
pretty funny because Mary Jo Kopechne said the same thing. I can't breathe.
President, Mrs. Obama, distinguished guests, friends of my father, all of you. While our nation has lost a great senator, my brothers and sisters and I have lost a loving father. When I was a kid, I couldn't breathe. Growing up, I suffered from chronic and crippling asthma attacks, and the medications I had to give to me were very difficult and gave me a throbbing headache every night that I had to use my Bronchosol nebulizer. Now, obviously, I wish that I did not have to suffer those attacks and endure those headaches. Nor did I like having to grow up.
I bet your dad's headache was pretty fucking bad at the end, too, with that big tumor in there.
I'm so glad
Holy
we're playing this.
Shit.
I was watching this, 2 days ago now, I guess. I'm like, what? Get on with it.
Crippling headache.
Headaches? You got the world watching you right now. Shut the fuck up and talk about your father.
I remember times I would get athlete's foot and have to use tough actin tenactin. And it would make my toes tingle.
My toes.
Sometimes I got those fingernail fungus.
Right.
And I had to use this fungal cream. And it was very hard because I bit my nails and it didn't taste very good.
I told you.
This kid's hysterical.
This kid.
Holy
this
shit.
Kid, he's a, you know.
I had crippling dandruff, which Head and Shoulders helped, but not all the time. And a lot of times I had to whoosh the dandruff off my shoulders.
I'm allergic to peanuts. I get hives.
I get hives and my throat swells up and I need my Brontosaurus nebulizer.
I sure hope I have an EpiPen because I might break out as I talk about my father.
A bee sting will kill me in 2.4 seconds. But I'm here for my father.
My father.
I have a lance on my buttocks. It needs to be boiled. It hurts.
Officially, I'm allergic to 200 food groups.
Food groups. Officially, I've lost count, but I'll go through them all right now.
Right.
Fish, all types of beef, some pork. I could eat other pork, but once I got the trichinosis, undercooked pork. People are just like, what the fuck is he going on about?
Your father just died and the world's watching. You got Jimmy Carter there. You got George Bush. I don't know what he was thinking about while he was in the audience, but he got emotional, more emotional than anyone else. Then you got fucking Bill Clinton, like just like
grooving to the music.
Just grooving to the music and clapping his hands.
I don't know. That's fantastic.
Isn't it amazing?
Sometimes my ears get clogged with wax. I have to use that tube you light.
Can we start over again? This could be the best thing over vacation, now that I think about it.
Gotta hear this Patrick Kennedy.
Remember, it's the funeral of Ted Kennedy.
Yes.
The lion himself.
President, Mrs. Obama, distinguished guests, friends of my father, all of you.
All of you.
While our nation has lost a great senator, my brothers and sisters and I have lost a loving father.
All right, so far
When
so
I was
good.
a kid, I couldn't breathe.
Okay.
Growing up, I suffered from chronic and crippling asthma attacks. And the medications I had to give to me were very difficult and gave me a throbbing headache every night that I had to use my Bronchosol nebulizer. Now, obviously, I wish that I did not have to suffer those attacks and endure those headaches. Nor did I like having to grow up having a special non-allergenic, non-smoking room reserved for me whenever...
This kid's hysterical.
He's not a kid.
I know.
He's making laws.
It sounds like that episode of South Park where Kyle's cousin Kyle comes over. He's the old Jewish kid who's allergic to everything. It's very dry. Everything is very nice, but it's very dry.
But I was listening to this guy, and I'm like, who does he sound like? There's somebody, a cartoon character or something. Right now, I'm suffering from poison ivy, so hopefully I can get through this without it.
I have calamine lotion on me and suffer the indignities of having some on my genitals. But I had a separate non-smoking room where I could use my bronchial nebulizer. When you're giving a eulogy for your dead dad, the word bronchial nebulizer should never, ever come into play. Never.
I saw a scary movie once.
I had to sleep with the nightlight on. It was quite frightening and gave me nightmares. I had to take Ambien because I couldn't sleep, but then I'd sleepwalk.
Not a day goes by that I don't have liquid diarrhea. My doctor says it's my diet.
Yes. I have a spastic colon where I would be in the bathroom constantly, just crapping my brains out.
Back up just slightly. This goes on for another easily 2 minutes before he starts talking about
his room.
What his dad meant to the world.
His special room.
His special room.
It's fantastic.
Go ahead.
Have to suffer those attacks and endure those headaches. Nor did I like having to grow up having a special non-allergenic, non-smoking room reserved for me whenever we went on family vacations. But as I now realize years later, while asthma may have posed a challenge to my physical health, it propped up my emotional and mental health because it kept my father by my bedside.
Oh, great.
My dad was always sure to be within reach of me. And the side effects of the medication meant that he was always holding a cold, wet towel on my forehead until I fell asleep again from my headache.
You guys didn't see this? I'm like, what am I watching? No wonder your father drank.
That's great. He was the fucking young baby Fredo that was just always sick as Don Corleone was trying to conduct business.
Good old Ted Kennedy Sr. needed an escape. He found it in some bottles.
Great. The kid's asleep. Good. Give me some shivers. I've had it with this son of mine.
Thank you, Joan.
Yeah.
For giving birth to a wimp.
Hey, hold a wet rag over my mouth and nose. It's called waterboarding. I was waterboarded by my father.
Little does he know, his father was trying to suffocate him.
Yeah, right. He'd put it over my mouth and nose.
Right. Jesus.
My horrible
And I'm sitting there going, there's presidents listening to you.
Oh.
You got more of this? Okay. I think he continues.
As far as the special effort that was made to ensure that I had a proper room to sleep in while we were on vacations as a family, this usually meant that I got the nicest room, and it also ensured that Dad was my roommate.
What?
I couldn't have seen it at the time, but having
I had
asthma...
conjunctivitis. I couldn't have seen it or smelt it because my olfactory system doesn't work.
Matter of fact, I'm suffering from pink eye as I talk to you today.
I have conjunctivitis.
Right.
And sore throat, too. My throat's a little scratchy. I think I have the swine flu. This guy's a mess.
As I speak to you today, I got acid reflux.
And I just want to say, Lorraine, you're my density.
Someone's saying he sounds like, Eric in Georgia says he sounds like the Grizzly Man. Oh, yeah, he's got a little...
Oh, the Grizzly Man. Grizzly Man had it better than this guy as a bear was eating him.
Jesus. No wonder,
Holy shit, this guy's hysterical.
no wonder Ted Kennedy spent half his life on the water,
Yeah.
sailing around.
Oh, that or swimming out of it. What a car, out of a submerged car. Oh, he'll never live that down. Oh, he's dead. He can't live it down.
He kind of lived it down. When you got the President of the United States speaking at your funeral, I think you...
Yeah, that's true.
I think you escaped a doozy.
Oof.
All right, can we listen to more of this?
Was like
Hold on.
hitting the
I'm
jack.
Sorry. How far... We're 2 minutes into...
2 minutes in, he hasn't mentioned...
And he's still talking about his health issues.
I remember the wet rag on my head, except for the night he drowned Mary Jo Kopechne. Then he just used his suit jacket, because that was soaked.
Someone, Bob in Rochester, saying Emo Phillips.
Yeah, a little
Phillips.
emo in there.
Yeah.
Yeah, like a Bobo joke.
Yeah.
That's a condom.
Let's go Bobo free for a while.
I tripped.
Yeah. Hit it.
Hitting the jackpot for a child who craved his father's love and attention.
Oh.
When his light shined on me alone, there was no better feeling in all of the world. When Dad was away, I often didn't know when he would return. And as a young boy, I didn't know why he wasn't around at Christmas time when Santa came to the house. And I really wondered why Santa had the same 2 moles on his face that my dad had.
My God.
Oh, I got it.
And in the same place as my dad.
We get it.
Even after I
Same
figured
2
out
moles.
that was my dad, and the costume finally came off, he still remained to me a magical figure.
Ho, ho, ho.
As a
Bring
little kid,
me a hoe. Get it? He's a womanizer.
He got a little laugh with his joke, and then he had to,
Yeah, he goes,
tag it.
Yeah, the moles
We get it.
on his face. In the same place on his face.
Right.
Same place
Same
on his face.
Wow.
It was tough due to my dyslexia that I didn't understand where he was on Christmas.
Although his Santa suit gave me a horrible allergy attack.
Yes, I was allergic to the certain Dacron and rayon that made up his beard. Those fibers got into my lungs.
But it didn't matter to me because that was my father.
I knew it was even after I realized it was my father. I was like, Dad, why are you giving me these allergies? I can't breathe.
Before my eyes shut from the allergy.
They would get swollen and shut.
Fire Marshal Bill? A little bit, right?
A little.
And Fire Marshal Bill is a little...
Yeah, he's a little more
calmer.
Rambunctious.
Yeah. My father. Do you guys want to continue with this?
Oh, please.
All right.
When nothing more than to listen to this idiot's babbling
How many minutes
speech.
are we in?
It's rambling.
Almost 3 minutes in, and
2:45, and he's just...
And so far, we get to hear about Ted Kennedy's mole.
Nothing about Ted's, like, political legacy or anything, or even
Something.
really family stuff. Just the fact that this kid was a wreck, and Ted was burdened with putting a towel on his head and dressing as Santa.
magical figure. As a little kid,
Oh, boy.
I didn't look like much of a sailor. But my dad thought otherwise.
Oh, no.
You see, in sailing, there are rules as well, much like government.
Really?
Tireless, mundane rules that will surely make you seasick. The rule was 4 people on a boat to race, just 4. But my dad, of course, dug around until he found a rule around the rule. Sound familiar to you? Served with him in the Senate?
Sound familiar? Just
Kids under-
replay that little piece again. He can't even spit this out.
Ted Kennedy was a pretty good speaker, wasn't he?
Yes, all the Kennedys, except this moron.
When he was in the Senate, he would be yelling and screaming, and he's pretty powerful.
We need health care. Ugh, that's why he wants health care, so you can ditch this kid on the government. Holy shit. He's draining my bank account.
We got to add seasickness to one of his
I would get seasick.
to his list of ailments.
But I was allergic to seasick pills. They actually made me vomit.
This kid is what a wreck.
Oh,
and he's not even a kid. He's older than us.
he's just a mess.
Well, how many elements so far? He's got the seasickness. He's got the allergies. The asthma.
I'll give you asthma.
All right, let's continue.
Please.
Seasick. The rule was 4 people on a boat to race.
here comes the
Just
line.
4.
Yeah. Oh, right.
But my dad, of course, dug around until he found a rule around the rule. Sound familiar to you? Served with him in the Senate? Kids under 12, he found out, especially scrawny little redheads like me, could tag along. My dad found that rule that meshed with his mission. He refused to leave me behind. He did that for all of those around the world who needed a special voice as well.
He used me as a rudder tiller. I was very thin because I was emaciated from my stomach problem. And the seasickness kept me from eating.
I can't even eat vegetables.
This guy's great.
This is freaking.
When we raced in foul weather, there was lots of salt water and lots of salty language.
I'm allergic to salt and pepper and paprika. I really hate paprika.
And I would get a hell of a sunburn after being exposed for 5 minutes.
I put on SPF 50 and burned to a crisp. I was allergic to SPF. This kid.
I think
his son Patrick.
I think he's the most powerful Kennedy now that.
Are you kidding?
I'm thinking. Someone figure it out for me.
Wow.
Who's more powerful than Patrick Kennedy now that all the biggies are gone?
He's lost the crowd here,
For
too.
real.
They're showing shots of the crowd. He's lost the crowd. Hey, where you going?
He sounds like Brian Regan.
Let me tell you something. It's good, is it?
The big yellow one is dangerous for me.
Big yellow one gives me a sunburn.
Oh, my God.
I was the Kennedy in the plastic bubble. I couldn't breathe regular air. Had to be filtered.
Guy sounds like Paul Giamatti is coming in. Dirk in Center Reach.
Oh, yeah, a little bit.
And just backing up my stupid thought. This guy works for Walmart. People are buying full cartloads every fucking day.
Oh, Walmart is doing well.
Someone is saying bring back the beep game. I don't know. Is there beeps in there? Worth doing?
Maybe.
I hope Sam's getting the other son's speech, just so he could hear the difference between these two.
Between a speaker and a fucking blithering boob.
Sounds like Stewart from Mad TV. I don't know.
Oh, Stewart. Yeah, that's it. Okay, that was it.
Who's Stewart from Mad TV? I don't know if I know that. Do I?
Yes, his mom. Stuart and his mom would go in someplace, and Stuart would act like a little child.
And someone's getting very technical with your.
But it's a little more high.
Someone's getting very technical with your comedy. As Ant's killing here, someone had to point out that you said Lance boiled rather than a boiled Lance.
A boiled Lance?
Let's go to Carl. Carl.
Yeah, you get a boiled Lance. You don't boil your Lance, idiot.
What did I say?
Holy shit.
Said, I have to get my Lance boiled.
Oh.
You get a boiled Lance, you moron.
My Lance boiled.
You know, next time we take 3 weeks vacation.
Yeah, just because of you.
Boy.
Carl.
Doing a good job, guys.
I
Shut up, Carl, you hunched over retard.
I couldn't wait to come back to get the abuse from our listeners. That's wonderful. Jesus H. Christ.
Okay, here's Stuart.
This is Stuart from Mad TV.
Let's hear a little Stuart.
What the hell's going on with that?
No sound.
Man. What's
all
up
right.
with that?
Okay.
Well, that was fun, wasn't it? Okay, your picture.
I only just skipped to him.
Yeah, get right to Stuart.
I don't want to say. What did Tommy say about the liars? Say it. The soul of a liar is black like poop. That's right, like Daddy. Yeah. His father left us on Tuesday.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
Go ahead and meet the photographer.
Hi, Stuart. Well, look at you. Aren't you sweet? I'm just going to take off a little bit. No, it's okay. We're used to messy faces. It's okay. Stuart, I can't take your picture with all the chocolates.
For gosh sake, Stuart, hold still now. There you go. Oh.
This one where Stuart doesn't talk.
Yeah, right.
See, now isn't he handsome?
Fucking talk already.
Okay, Stuart, I need you right up on that cubicle over there.
Let me do it. Stuart, get on up there. Let me do it.
Right up on the tiger.
Let me do it.
You get,
Yeah, kind of does.
Yeah, let's get back to this.
Not only broadened my vocabulary, sure, but they also built my self-confidence.
Vocabulary.
I saw a lot of his political philosophy in those sailboat races. One thing I noticed was that on the boat, as in this country, there was a role for everybody, a place for everybody to contribute. Second, in the race, as in life, it didn't matter how strong the forces against you were, so long as you kept driving forward.
Like my asthma.
There was nothing to lose. Maybe you'd even come out a winner. My dad was never bowed. He never gave up, and there was no quit in Dad. And looking out in this audience,
Talking about his dad.
and looking out at the tremendous number of people who aligned themselves along the roadways, coming up from the Cape, throughout Boston when we went around, who waited in line for hours to see his casket as they came through the JFK library. There's no doubt in my mind that my dad came out a winner.
Really?
I want to thank all of you for the amazing tribute that you've given my father in the last several days.
Tribute.
And I want to say, just as proud as I was to be a crew on his sailboat, I am forever grateful for the opportunity to have worked with him in the United States Congress as his colleague.
Yeah, that's about it, I guess.
Then
He finally
goes
moved on from all his
moved on.
ailments.
And over half the eulogy, though, was him talking about his ailments. Wow.
With that voice of his.
Hi. Very good.
All right, we'll
Love
take
that
our
one.
first break. Continue with other things. They don't have, do you have his other son? Because I don't know what they're doing down the hall there, Dan.
Hang on a sec.
Maybe just so you hear the difference in the voice.
Edward Kennedy Jr.
I mean, it's just for the comparison, really. It's not really. That was terrific. That was the moment at the funeral.
Senate Ted Kennedy Jr.
He believed in developing personal relationships and honoring differences. And one of the wonderful experiences that I will remember today is how many of his Republican colleagues are sitting here right before him. That's a true testament to the man.
Oh, he's dead. They have to.
And he always told me that always be ready to compromise,
When's
but
my
never
turn?
compromise on your principles.
Hey.
He was an idealist and a pragmatist. He was restless but
Wow.
patient.
See, that's
when
a-
he learned that a survey of
that's a
Republican
eulogy.
senators named him the Democratic legislator that they most wanted to work with, and that John McCain called him the single most effective member of the U.S. Senate, he was so proud.
I got to point out something, too. This guy that you're hearing right here lost a fucking leg at 12 years old.
Yeah.
And his younger brother is bitching and complaining about asthma and allergies and
my hyperallergenic room for vacations.
Right.
How to stay in those?
At least you can run around in the backyard. Your older brother certainly couldn't.
Well, I couldn't really. Pollen and dander. Pet dander and pollen. Ragweed was always the worst for me. My dad, Ted Kennedy, would mow the grass himself to get the dander and ragweed away.
Well, it would have been a great moment if Ted Kennedy Jr. walked up on the pulpit as that kid is talking about all his ailments. Pull off his fake leg and then slam him across the head with
Just
it.
whack him in the head.
Right.
My brother would always hit me with his fake leg.
I'll show you a real ailment.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Oh, those Kennedys. Wow.
Get some clarity and get over it, dick.
Fucking alleged inbreeding.
Patrick Kennedy thanked Mayor Menino for what? For helping him prepare? That's gotta be a joke. Rob in Jersey. All right, we'll take our first break. We'll get into other things that happened during the break.
Yes.
And I didn't know about this blanket thing. How true is this shit?
My God. New allegations as who is the father of Blanket,
right.
Michael Jackson's youngest child that is so afraid of the light.
And who the fuck is praising Castro? What's that about?
This is some California
No, these are just teases.
representative.
They're just teases.
Oh, yeah.
Little teases going to break.
Okay.
Little teases. And what else? And then we'll talk about the ghoul who had a whole fucking family hanging out in the backyard.
Yeah, 2 moles on his face in the same place as the ghoul.
Right. Think he dressed up as Santa Claus every year?
Certainly did.
Sit on Santa's lap. It's good to be back, fuckers. We'll see you in a minute. Opie and Anthony, back from vacation.
Yes, full of piss and vinegar, as they say. Ready to rock.
We'll be full of that by Wednesday. It's like fun today. We were talking about that world champion female runner from South Africa being forced to prove she's actually a woman. That was my favorite story over the vacation.
Yeah.
And we got a little audio about that story that's worth playing here as we move on. Taking a lot of your phone calls, by the way, wherever the phone number is. I don't know what our phone number is.
What is it? I forgot.
I don't know. It's on your unit. Check your unit.
Look at your unit.
For our phone number.
Quick, man or woman? That's exactly the question that international track officials
Jimmy
are trying
Norton
to answer.
says every...
She, and yes, she claims to be a woman, is 18-year-old Caster Semenya. And on Wednesday, she crushed the field in the women's 800-meter race in Berlin to claim the world title. Now officials are awaiting the results of a gender test to see if she, is really a she.
There is doubt about the fact that this person is a lady, is a woman. I am not a doctor. I am not a specialist of genetics. But all the doctors who were contacted, who were consulted, told us very clearly, this time with this kind of investigation needs days and even weeks before we can come to a conclusion.
Days or weeks?
Pull her pants down. Does she have a penis or not?
Check.
Just check.
Just grab a handful and go, let me see what you got here. You tucking?
Do you understand how funny this is, though, that you have to walk around going, no, I'm a woman.
I'm a woman.
I'm a woman.
It takes days, weeks.
Just pull that Crocodile Dundee move and get it over.
Yeah, grab it. Brr.
All right, you're a woman.
Grab them balls.
Some of those say how she looks and sounds are proof enough. This is her talking back in March.
If I win, I win. If I came second, it would be surprised.
All right, this is a fucking
That's
man.
such a dude.
Jesus.
That is a dude.
She's more manly than half our staff.
I win.
I win. When I win, I win.
Not saying
If
much.
I go there, top 5, maybe top 3.
But others, including her family, say, of course, she's a woman, and add it's insulting to even ask the question.
Honestly, I think that the whole IAAF thing is
this her sister?
It's a serious violation of human rights, man.
Most girls are.
It's not a violation of human rights.
No.
You're kicking everyone's ass because they think you might be a male. They need to know.
Rights, man.
Most girls out there look like guys, and they should just go by her word. I mean, she wouldn't ethically do something that was against the rules.
It's not clear when all the results from the testing will be complete, and until then, track officials say she will be allowed to keep her gold medal.
Well, just rub her crotch and see if sperm pops out.
See if it gets a little, a little stiff.
Right. The fuck?
Wow, that's quite the controversy. You'd think it would be
But once again,
a lot easier to find out, but
if you haven't seen it yet, find I guess it was sort of like a press conference when she went home, and in front of thousands of people, this guy is like just yelling and screaming that she is indeed a woman as she's just awkwardly standing there.
Yep. Fantastic.
Absolutely.
Since we're talking about international news, quickly, I just want to touch on this. India. Do you know India has a space agency?
I learned the hard way.
Yeah.
What happened? They ran out of...
Well, it's an $82 million mission to map the surface of the moon, which, we did. Can't they just use our stuff? Just go on, Google it. Google map the moon, and we've done it for you.
And you know what? Isn't the moon ours? I was thinking about this during the break because
our flag's on it.
When you hear about other countries trying to go to the moon, you're like, hey, whoa,
yeah. Calm down.
The moon's ours.
What's a stupid Indian satellite going to do as far as mapping the moon that we haven't done? We've been there.
Are we looking at a map of the moon right now? Look at that. You can go on the internet and find it.
It's great. We've had satellites orbiting the moon and taking pictures and landing there and unmanned and then manned flights and stuff. And now India's deciding they're going to, $82 million mission to map the moon is done. They failed to restore contact with the unmanned spacecraft. Contact was lost with the probe 2 days ago, and they're calling it off. They can't get it. I just want to fucking get on the phone with the goddamn Indian Space Agency and go,
have you tried to turn the satellite off and then back on? I will wait. Hello, my name is Pete. Yes. Okay. Yes, you turn the switch, unplug the satellite, and then plug it back in.
Right.
A little taste of your own goddamn medicine.
Exactamundo.
Bastards.
Exactamundo.
Don't worry about it. This is for them gearing up to landing a craft on the moon, unmanned.
Really? On our land?
It's ours. Our flags are there. Sorry.
We should just make it a state.
Yeah, I think they signed some kind of treaty years ago. Everybody that celestial bodies like that can't be claimed in the name of the country and blah, blah, blah. But it's flags up there.
Exactly.
United States.
Now, if another country goes up there, right, and takes our flag and puts their flag, what would happen?
You got to kick their ass.
Do we now have to go back up there and get our flag back up?
What do they think they are? Zod? can't take our flag down.
Let's go to New Jersey. I don't know your name, sir. They don't have your name on the screen, so.
Dave.
Hey, Dave, what's up?
Yeah, I do some of this stuff, genetic testing, engineering, stuff like that. I can kind of explain why it's as simple as pull that runner's pants down and check. Right.
You're trying to, wait, it's more complicated than just pulling her pants down.
Yeah, the thing what a man or a woman is, it's not that simple. Apparently when, during conception, we're all female. It takes some hormones at just the right time to turn you into a man.
Yes.
You need to check to see if she's got first, male chromosomes, and even if she has male chromosomes, what's going on with her tissues that is testosterone actually not having an effect on her. So she might appear female, but at least she's a man. Each sport's their own rules about, how much of a woman you have to be in order to...
I would assume that if this thing indeed has a vagina and ovaries and things like that, that it would be considered a woman, regardless of any...
ovaries, she could still be producing testosterone.
Yeah. So I'm wondering if that's...
advantage over all other women.
How is that illegal? Wouldn't that then be some type of medical problem that it would be discriminatory if they...
the rules of each sport say you have to have in order to compete as a man or as a woman.
I'm saying cock and balls. I'm saying cock and balls says you're a guy. Vag and ovaries says you're a girl. I understand your point, though, sir. Believe me.
If it has a fleshy hole, it's a female.
Yes. If it's got meat pocket,
right,
female.
Yeah.
If it's got a hairy taco,
tube steak, man.
Yeah.
All right. What do you? And then he hangs up.
I know.
You're the expert. Is she a female or a male? What's your guess on
this one? What does he think? Just looking.
Just looking? Come on.
Just looking. Looks like a goddamn guy. Fucking guy. Fucking balls.
Let's go to Cleveland. Scott.
If he dies, he dies.
Well, Rocky IV action.
Yes, he's quoting Rocky IV. Oh, the greatest of all Rockies.
Of course. All right, moving on. So what else happened during the break here? That's what we're talking about.
Been a lot of news.
The model found dead with the teeth and fingers missing.
Whoopsie.
That guy's a ghoul, huh?
That is just amazing. I was watching Forensic Files last night. Love that show. And there was another one. There was a boyfriend, and he took his girlfriend and apparently killed her. Killed her. And then came back. He slit her throat. Came back, he went out, came back, and there she is in the bathtub, and then did the bit that we talk about with the businessman, with the hooker that goes completely wrong. Right. She dies, and he's got to dismember her.
Yeah.
He did that, but obviously he wasn't, like, upset about it.
Right.
But he had he was a fisherman, so he had this whole fish filleting and carving knife set.
Okay.
He spent the entire night removing her skin from all of her bones, taking hacksaws, cutting her bones up, and disposing of them in the woods so animals would get them. And he's like, I loved her. Yeah, I loved her. And you cut her up into pieces.
How do they get him?
Oh, it was amazing.
What was his mistake? He left one hair behind?
His big mistake was he took the skull, and instead of throwing that or crushing it or doing something with it, he threw the skull in a lake. And then, of course, the girl's missing, so her family is wondering where she is and things like that. And he's like, I don't know, but without any proof. Kids fishing.
Get the fuck
Pulls that
outta
fucking
here.
skull up. They always turn up.
Are you serious?
Pulls the skull up. They did some, what is that, mitochondrial or mitochondrial, what is that called, DNA on
I'm
there?
not smart enough for that. I don't know.
And found out it was indeed her.
Mm-hmm.
And there were hacksaw marks in her head and her skull. And then they just worked backwards from there and found out this guy did it.
Stop being lazy.
And that luminol that they use, wow, is that just you're fucked.
What's that?
They spray this shit in your house, and it makes any type of blood, even blood you've cleaned up, glow.
Really?
Just glows. Boop.
Like a black light on spermies?
And what they did with this one was see, look at what it looks like.
Mm-hmm.
That's the clean carpet, and that's the luminol.
Get the fuck out of here. I didn't know about that.
And they found this one guy, there was a shape of his wife in blood laying there where she was left as he dug the hole. And it was nothing. And then, you spray a little luminol, and there it is.
Well,
love those shows.
Stop being lazy.
Oh, man, you got to really work at killing people these days.
Why are you, sawing up your loved one in the bathtub and then trying to, dispose of the body? We already talked about the cruise ship.
Yep.
The cruise ship is the way to go, but they're on to you finally.
Yeah,
they're figuring out that people are taking... We brought this to everyone's attention.
Of course we did.
We did.
Yes, the rock coat.
Where you go on a nice cruise and then you do a little oopsie, a little pushover, and
you got to
clean
act
up
all
is easy.
lovey,
right?
And then you got to act all upset when they're missing. But then they always find things like a friend has said their relationship was a little more rocky than they had portrayed on the cruise. And beforehand, you're like, oh, God. And then the neighbors saying, I heard arguing.
Just don't panic.
And then what about the insurance thing is always great.
Don't panic. Just keep it together.
There was a woman on the Forensic Files last night that I absolutely believe she shot her husband in the head while he was asleep.
Right.
She says he committed suicide.
Right.
She turned around, she saw his elbow sticking straight up and heard a bang, and he just shot himself in the head in bed.
While she's laying right next to him?
While she was laying right next to him. Turns out he had a bullet hole. It went, and they showed his head and everything. Went through his temple, his right temple, out his left temple, and through his left hand and into the bed. So he was laying on his hand asleep.
Right.
He's asleep. You don't shoot yourself in the head with one hand under your temple like that.
Right.
And the splatter didn't match. There was all kinds of shit. And 2 days before he killed her, or she killed him, there was a almost $2 million life insurance policy that was going to be canceled and put, instead of in the wife's name, in the daughter's name. 2 days before.
They get her?
Yeah, they put her in jail for 9 years, but then they had lost some evidence and stuff, so she had a retrial and got cleared.
She got out.
But she absolutely, as far as I was concerned, and I've watched so many of these shows, I'm qualified.
You know what? A new place to go if you hate your loved one?
Where?
Big Sur.
Really?
I was just there.
Really?
There's a lot of vistas.
Vistas? Are there any plateaus?
No, just vistas.
Vistas?
Quarter mile to the next
How
vista.
about a ridge? Are there some ridges?
It's just quarter mile to the next vista.
A vista.
And man, the view is terrific, but it's also a great place to do a little pusheroo.
A little goodbye.
A little, no, back up. I want to make sure we get the perfect shot.
Yeah. Go ahead.
You
Get
think
right
so?
by the edge. You're
you think
safe.
it's safe? Oh, yeah, you got at least another foot behind you. Are you sure?
You know how many thousands of people take pictures in the exact spot you're in doing that? Don't worry about it.
And man, there's not a car for miles.
Just watch your footing.
Some of these vistas, you're all alone. You and your loved one that you hate.
And some corner will just go like, and we found the sole of the shoe was bruised on her belly while she was still alive. This proves that she was kicked in the stomach.
Well, it's funny you should say that because I actually I went on a hike and I was telling the guide, you know, he found out that actually he has XM, so he knew who we were. And I was telling them about our theory with the cruise ships.
Yeah.
And how we're convinced that people actually go on cruise ships just to kill their loved ones.
Yeah.
Because it's easy. You just push them and hope for the best.
Kerplunk and...
Right. And then I said, and I think I creeped him out slightly. I go, well, and this big sir, it's pretty similar. You could push a loved one over, and how the fuck are they going to know that you did it?
You know, let me tell you something.
He said that there was an actual case out there. Go ahead. What were you going to say?
God forbid anything would have happened to your lovely wife.
Oh, hell
that
no.
guy would have been going, yes, officer, he was telling me.
Right.
Like, this is the great... You'd have been so fucked. Well, I'll testify. The guy was saying this is a great place to kill somebody.
I do realize sometimes I gotta shut my fucking mouth.
and people would be watching that going, he's so guilty. He's told the guy.
But he was kind of into my conversation, and then I brought that one up, and he goes, funny you should say that. And he said, and maybe we could try to find the story, that there was a stepdaughter, I think. Stepdaughter involved and parents, obviously. And they did the old pusheroo for the insurance money. And 2 years later, they figured out that that's exactly what happened.
Yeah, that's how
and
they
I don't
do
know.
it.
I don't know how they broke the case because obviously there's no real evidence.
Cold case files.
I don't know. Maybe someone just cracked under pressure and finally admitted it or something. But supposedly that's what happened. Somewhere in Big Sur, the daughter was near the edge, and they had this plan to get the insurance money.
And they figure this shit out. It really is amazing. Oh, yeah, Big Sur looks like it could be a little dangerous.
Oh, yeah. Well, you got the
That is-
vistas.
The vistas.
A lot of vistas.
Get the fuck off the vista.
Also, this guy turned me around with hunting, by the way. Forgot to tell you.
Oh, really?
Completely turned me around as far as the hunting game goes.
You're digging it?
No, I still can't be a hunter, I don't think.
I couldn't.
I don't think I could
I don't
actually
like being a hunter.
shoot an animal. But he turned me around, explained the whole fucking thing, and how it's actually, you know, helping everybody.
Yeah, it's kind of good for
And
nature.
And actually, it's helping Africa, too.
How is that?
Well, you see the footage, and you think they're just slaughtering animals left and right, but they're actually now not slaughtering the elephants as much because the elephant is very valuable to the big game hunter. And so now these farmers in Africa are getting real good money to allow the big game hunters to take out an elephant here or there instead of slaughtering all of them.
Wow.
He turned me around on hunting. He was explaining hunting to me for like an hour, saying the amount of money that they're actually putting into the environment to save land so they can hunt and this and that. And you know,
I don't like
I'm
deer
just,
hunting.
I'm just giving the headlines. I mean,
Yeah.
he really went into details. I went, wow.
People that hunt deer, I understand that because deer are fucking vermin if you leave them unculled.
Right.
And we've gotten to the point where their natural predators are a problem for us in suburban areas. So, you know, bears, things that used to actually roam around and kill the deer are gone.
Right.
So deer, unless you hunt them, will just keep fucking and making new deer.
Right.
So that's why they try to figure out
they figure
giving condoms to them or something. They try to figure out how to make them sterile.
Well, he explained how it's all in zones now, and it's like, all right, this zone could handle 500 deer, and we figure there's 600 deer in this area, so we're going to give out 100 tags.
Permits for killing
100
them.
tags, right.
Yeah.
Very interesting.
Wow.
Too much to go into here on a silly radio show.
Get
but
a nice little chit-chat with
he was explaining how the big game hunters, they walk around with $750,000 rifles because it's status. And they're just pumping
bully!
They're just pumping a ton of money into all sorts of programs.
Look at you talking to the salt of America.
Tried. And then a raccoon scared the shit out of me, and I look like a fucking wimp.
Raccoon.
Dude, did you read my Twitter over the break about the raccoon?
No, I was pretty much off Twitter for the whole vacay.
You were off the grid, as they like to say?
I was off the grid.
I was eating dinner in Big Sur on the top of a mountain at this restaurant, and we had an outdoor seat. And it was like candlelight, a little light from the restaurant, and a little moonlight.
Ooh.
Nice little spot, but not that light is the key. And we're sitting there, and my wife goes, wow, a raccoon. So I start standing up to, like, get my bearings, like, where the fuck's the raccoon, right? She fails to tell me that it's literally,
right there.
It literally brushed up against my leg. So as I was standing up to try to get my bearings, where the fuck is this raccoon? I saw it out of the corner of my eye, and I got it. I'm not going to be Mr. Cool Guy right here. I freaked the fuck out, and I knocked the whole table over with our dinner on it.
Are you shitting me?
Dude, because I was startled because I looked down. It was right the fuck there.
Yeah.
And then the restaurant chose to tell everyone at that moment, because other tables got freaked out too, because all of a sudden it's just walking through the tables, and they're like, oh yeah, the raccoons, they smell the food and they come up from, down below.
So do the mountain lions
right,
and
the bobcats,
anything else.
The coyotes.
Yeah, they'll all come and just, they want to nibble.
Right.
Our food is great.
And then the rest of the night, they're just chasing raccoons away.
Wow.
Not one, a lot of them. Then it just became the thing. Now it's like I saw them like more in the distance, and you're like, yeah, whatever. Yeah. They weren't that close to the table.
When it's right next to you. That will freak you out a little bit.
You could be the man and call up and go, oh, but you know what? Most people would be startled if you look down and you see it pretty much rubbing up against your leg.
Oh, yeah.
It's not a fucking cat. It's not a fucking...
Yeah.
It's not a fucking dog. It's a fucking raccoon.
Those fuckers get big, and they got sharp teeth.
But the waiters...
And they're usually rabid.
The waiters... One waiter was running into actually kind of like the bushy woods area, clapping and stuff, trying to like scurry them. I'm like, you're
That's
insane.
a waiter's job.
You're insane.
A restaurant has a job like that for a waiter.
You know what else I learned over break?
Oh,
that most people don't die from rattlesnake bites. I did not know that. Did you know that, Ant? You lived in California.
I knew that a healthy person will get
is
very
the key.
sick, and you will feel ill effects, but you don't need like the anti-venom and shit like that.
It's excruciating pain because it swells to the point where your skin splits.
Ow.
But they said, and stupid me, I was like, well, what about that X thing? Where you cut an X and you
cut the X and suck the blood.
And he laughed at me, of course.
It's already
a lot
in
of
your
people were
fucking
laughing at me
circulatory system by that point.
He's like, that's stupid. That just causes more pain for yourself.
More pain, infection.
Now you're slicing your skin and need stitches.
I think the best thing to do is a tourniquet and then get to medical attention as quickly as possible.
Just so it doesn't spread?
It doesn't. Yeah, so it doesn't get up into your
Did you learn,
your brain pan.
Did you know this? That most rattlesnakes, when they strike, they don't actually shoot you with the poison, the venom.
Really?
I didn't know that
they
either.
Just nip at you?
They're just nipping.
Wow.
Now I want to know why you don't get venom every time. Do they have to work that up like we do
spit.
when like saliva and when you get frothing at the mouth because you're so pissed off?
It's all cotton mouth. I don't have any venom.
Honestly, I did a lot of hiking, and I want to see a rattlesnake so bad. I've never seen one. I want to see one so
The trouble is
bad.
they rarely just kind of hang out on the trail. It's
they
usually
hang out
in
on
a bush or underneath like piece of plywood, shit like that.
They love the trails, I heard, in like the spring because they,
Yeah, it's cooler.
No, because they want to heat their bodies up.
Oh, okay.
So they sun themselves on the trails.
Nice. Right.
And this guy was like, yeah, most snakes are just useless when they're cold. They can barely move. They're just like, they need to heat up their bodies so they can fucking do their thing. Where were we?
You had quite the educational little trip.
Yeah.
Man.
Yeah. The raccoon thing scared the fuck out of me. And those redwood fucking trees, holy shit.
They're pretty big from what I...
I'm obsessed with redwood trees.
Yeah? Did you see the one they cut the hole in for the car?
Nah, I didn't know where that was. Where was that?
I don't know.
I think it was along my drive somewhere.
Further north.
Further north?
Yeah, that might be in like Oregon or something.
I was in Muir Woods, which is like drive by nature. You walk around a quarter mile and go, wow, look at the trees.
Trees.
What? Let me say hi to Todd in
Ants see
Mississippi. Todd, what's going on?
Hey, man.
Hey, Todd.
Hey, man.
Hey, Ann, did you see that gal on that blonde on the police women of Broward County in her bikini the other night?
No, she's pretty hot, though.
Damn, man, that gal, I told my wife, I said, I'd let her arrest me any day just so she could fish.
God damn. Yeah, that blonde on that show is pretty hot.
I'm starting to get hooked on that show myself.
As far as cops go, you know.
Yeah.
Usually chick cops.
Yeah.
You know, it's rare. You do see some hotties. But for the most part, a little dykish.
Mm-hmm.
She had that bikini on, man. Good Lord.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Policewoman of Broward bikini. All right.
All right, guys, I'm fucking out.
All right. Let me say hi to Scott. Scott has a little something on the rattlesnake. Scott.
Hey, guys, how's it going?
All right,
The rattlesnakes are really, really good and efficient at saving energy. And going ahead and using the venom every time they bite something, especially something big like you, it's going to be a waste of energy for them, so they don't even bother. They just want to scare you away, and hopefully you scurry off.
See,
rattles for.
See, I'm a concrete walker for the most part, and us stupid concrete walkers, we just learned over the years that every time you're bit by a rattlesnake, you die within an hour.
Well, yeah, after you
would that be would that be the general knowledge of, of most people?
Think.
Right?
You cut the X in.
That's what they hope you believe.
What, the rattlesnakes?
Yeah, that's what they hope you believe.
Yeah. Right on.
All right, fella. Thanks a lot.
All right, let me say hi to Jack. Jack.
Well, fuck the last caller, man. I mean, I was going to say exactly the same
that was
thing.
you?
Although, not just with rattlesnakes, but raccoons also can't eat you either. So really, you know, they're not going to try and do anything but just scare you away from your food. So,
well, you think about the stupid, the rabies and all that, right?
Well, yeah. I mean, you know, that venom is like gold to the rattlesnakes, so they don't want to waste it on you.
But I assume when I saw a rattlesnake at night, a raccoon at night, I'm like, all right, it doesn't have the rabies.
Well, snakes on a plane is different.
Calm down, huh?
If you saw snakes on a plane,
I heard you.
Snakes on a plane.
Yeah, I heard you.
I'll punch it out, fellas.
All right. Rattlesnakes use venom for food, not defensive bites.
Ah, yeah.
And Brad in AK is at Arkansas, I guess. What's AK again?
No, this is Brad from Arkansas.
Yeah,
Arkansas.
all right. What do you got,
Could
Brad?
you just tell us about the rattlesnakes, Brad?
Yes, I certainly can. I'm a goddamn expert.
Oh.
The Opie, or no, it's Anthony, said to put a tourniquet on that snake bite. Don't do that.
No.
That keeps the venom localized. It'll cause more tissue damage if you do that.
Are you shitting me?
We don't know nothing about rattlesnakes.
Right.
I thought you got to keep it from getting to your brain pan.
No. Get on a cell phone, get to the doctor. That's about the best treatment for a snake bite.
Yeah.
Definitely don't, no tourniquet. But, the venom is like a highly specialized protein and enzyme mixture, and it's very valuable to the snake. So they don't want to waste it.
Very good.
How do they know,
How about
though?
that?
Snake is going to go, I don't want to waste this.
Right.
Like a stupid snake isn't going to go, I don't want to waste my venom.
Dude, this expert guy that took me hiking.
Yeah.
He's like he mostly does like hunting expeditions, and he shot and killed a 120-pound wild boar like the day before.
Yeah.
And I'm like, wow, that's got to be a fucking pain in the ass. He goes, exactly. Because, you know, you got to drag your kill out of the woods.
Yeah.
He goes, yeah, you got to usually drag it up. And he's pointing at this ridge. He's like, yeah, you got to.
Would you go with John Locke? Who are you with?
He goes, you have to drag, like, your kill out of the woods 10 feet at a time, sit there, rest, drink some water, drag it another 10 feet. I'm like, fuck that.
Screw it.
Like, what makes that fun?
Yeah, well.
I would understand, like, you know, hunting something and shooting it could be extremely fun, but now you got to get it out of the fucking woods.
Isn't there a way you could just lure him with food and go, here, piggy,
Right.
and he follows you till you get to your vehicle, and then you shoot him in the head.
Yeah.
And then he's there.
I did ask him, because actually he does a lot of bow hunting, because he says that's more of a challenge. He has no problem shooting animals, but he does a lot more the bow thing. I go, you ever come upon like something really really big in the woods that you want to kill, and then decide the last second you're not going to because you don't feel like spending the next 10 hours dragging this fucking beast out of the woods. He goes, man, you nailed it.
Really?
He goes, I'll set up a shot going, I got him. This is it. And then not pull back.
Like, you lucky bastard.
And then I asked him for you because I wanted to bring some knowledge back. I go, all right, guns. Where you stand on guns? And he goes, I think, but hear me out. Because you're going to flip the fuck out when you hear the first part of the statement.
He's from California, so I
he goes,
understand.
I think they should get rid of all guns. He goes, but because that's not going to happen, he completely went the other way. He goes, I think everyone should have a gun.
All right, so personally, he thinks the country at least would be a better place if no one had guns.
Yeah, he says this country is absolutely out of control with guns. And if it was up to me, I would get rid of all guns. But that's never going to happen, so I think we should go the other way, and everyone should be issued a gun.
Just give them a gun.
And what country issues everyone a gun? Because he explained that to me.
Oh, really? Probably Israel.
Someone out there will get it.
Probably Israel. I think every Israeli has a gun.
No, it was like, fuck. Was it Sweden?
Really? I thought they had, like, no guns.
No, I don't know.
Afghanistan, Argentina.
I'm thinking, and maybe I shouldn't have vocalized my thinking, but there's one country out there, they do issue a gun to every single household, and guess what? They don't have as much gun violence as we do here in America.
Well, we like to just have illegal guns. Like, guns are out of control, but illegal guns are out of control, and people that use them illegally and for crime, that's out of control. But I can't see legal gun owners that go through all the motions and things they have to go through to get them and keep them and use them safely, having just more laws put on them. It's silly.
Right.
It's silly.
And then I also saw vultures.
Yeah, they're pretty cool, huh?
Fuck. See, you spent a lot of time in California, so that's why I'm bringing a lot of this stuff up.
Yeah, vultures.
He pointed as like, you see and I knew they were vultures. I'm not that stupid. And he's like, yeah, they're just circling, trying to figure out if what's below them is actually dead. And they're just, and I'm like, well, why don't they fucking take a closer peek? How about one of the fucking vultures takes a close peek?
Yeah.
And they just kind of circle over and over and over, deciding if that thing is dead down below. What a ghoulish animal.
I know, they don't even like kill their own shit.
And they don't like it if they don't even like it if it's a little bit alive.
No, it's gotta be rotting.
Dead.
It's gotta be rotting for them.
But pretty fucking cool to just see them circling. And then other vultures coming from other areas to, join the circle.
Yeah. And dive in on whatever corpse is down there.
Yeah.
How do they just not get tummy aches from eating such rotten food?
Oh, when I was circling,
I needed fresh food because the rotten food that most vultures enjoy would upset my delicate belly.
I would get food poisoning about 3 times a week on the average.
And being a vulture, that's not very convenient.
It got to a point where my father would pre-chew my food before I ate with the family.
He'd chew it and regurgitate it into my mouth like I was a hatchling.
And I asked the question, and no one decided to go with it and call up. But Patrick Kennedy is the most powerful Kennedy now that Ted Kennedy's gone.
Yeah, he's pretty much the only guy really in politics.
He's
now?
the only. There's a bunch in the political world, but he's got the biggest position as a representative there. A bit of a drop off. What
a
this
drop
generation,
off! What a drop off from fucking JFK.
Right. This guy,
Bobby.
This guy has to make sure everything is dusted before he tries to make a law.
I'm allergic to. I got a paper cut from the bill I was signing, and it got infected. My father isn't here anymore to put a wet towel on my
I might have a staph infection. I gotta go to the hospital immediately.
Love that guy.
I could never be bitten by a rattlesnake.
Oh no!
He'd
be dead in a
my
second.
immune system's not strong enough.
He'd be dead before it swelled up.
Is it Switzerland? Yeah, I knew Sweden was way off. That's
Everyone
why.
mixes those up.
Brian, what's going on?
Hey, what's up, boys?
Hey, Brian.
Switzerland is the country where everybody's armed to the teeth. Every man and woman above the age of 18 is issued a SIG 5.56 rifle, and
wow. Okay, and a little rifle for hunting and home protection.
What if you're like?
they're required to keep it loaded at all times in the house, so that way the entire country can be mobilized in 24 hours if need be. But they are a neutral party.
Yeah. What about the army knives? Do they give those out?
I guess so.
I get them with a spoon.
Supposedly they are able to sharpen the blades of their Swiss Army knives on the slide of their Glock.
Ah. Very nice.
Very cool. Well,
all right, good for them.
Thank you, sir.
Good for them.
Yeah, Switzerland. I knew Sweden was completely ridiculous. I
knew mixed those two places.
Well,
up
I knew
all the
it. I knew it started with an S.
Yeah, something with an S.
So the first one that popped in my stupid brain. Let me go to Keith in New Mexico. Is this true, Keith?
Hey, boy.
Hey, Keith.
How are you guys today?
It's fun to be here.
Yeah.
Understandable. It's actually worse to get bitten by a baby rattlesnake because the babies haven't learned how nature works, and so they don't know how to control their venom, so they dump every bit of venom in them. And also, since they're a younger snake, the venom is more potent. As the older rattlesnakes get older, their venom's not near as potent.
They're kind of like a 12-year-old boy with its sperm.
With a boner.
That's exactly
it doesn't know how to control it, just shooting it everywhere.
Can't control that thing.
Funky everywhere.
Just spraying. Yeah.
All right, boys.
Kid with a boner.
Thanks.
Thank you, sir. What the fuck is this? Chris in Houston. Chris. What's up, man?
Hey, if you ever get the chance, you're here in Texas, check out a rattlesnake roundup.
What's that?
It's basically what it is. It's they get a whole shitload of fucking rattlesnakes, put them in a corral, milk them, skin them, sell the meat, and make clothes out of them.
Hat bands.
Oh, really?
Yeah, hat bands, belts.
I remember making a rattlesnake hat band when I was
hey,
kind of cool. It's kind of cool whenever you can get a rattlesnake head keychain.
Really?
Oh, well, there you go.
Hey, I have a request to everyone listening to our voices today. The next time you hear someone say that rabbit tastes just like chicken, punch him in the fucking face. It tastes like dog shit, okay?
Did you have a little rabbit over your
just
vacation?
like chicken.
Tastes like chicken.
If you rolled it in dung.
How was it prepared?
I don't know. It was still on it was still on its little rabbit fucking bone.
Oh, really?
And it tastes like shit.
Yeah.
It tastes like shit.
You got to soak it in like some kind of milky shit first.
It was like dry.
Yeah.
It was dry.
You shouldn't roast it like a chicken. It should, because
you know when you
it's gonna
roast
be
a
all
chicken,
nasty.
it's nice and moist, and if you do it just right, there's nothing better than a nice roasted chicken. I mean, in some cases, it's better than steak. It really is, if you know what you're doing with chicken. This thing was dry and just gamey enough where you know it's like something that you're not going to see at every fucking supermarket.
Yeah.
That's why it's not in every supermarket, because they can't figure out the gamey part of it.
There's a preparation that has to be done with rabbit, and then you got to like use it in something. Like I had rabbit cacciatore.
Nice.
Which was pretty good stuff.
Yeah.
Like because it was prepared properly. If you and then I've had rabbit where I was hunting and we're in the woods, up in the hills, and you just throw a spit through it and barbecue it over a fire.
Does it taste all right that way?
No, it tastes like the way you were talking about it.
Dude, I had a nice, nice bison steak or whatever, and then, which was awesome. And then, they gave you a little taste of rabbit on the side, which completely ruined the dish. This is horrendous. Who the fuck thinks this tastes like chicken?
That's probably why the waiter was running around for the raccoon. That was next on the fucking agenda. Next on the list.
Maybe I was eating raccoon. Who the fuck knows? Let's move on to Joe. What do you say, Joe?
Hey, Joe. Hey, Joe.
Joe. We lost Joe. All right, we're going to learn more about vultures today. Rob in Tennessee. Rob.
Yes.
Hey, Rob.
Hey, how's it going, guys?
Hey.
Vultures actually do vomit. I saw an expo on them, and the lady had him on her arm, and she said as a defense mechanism, they throw up, and when they get nervous, right there, it threw up on the ground, and the most god-awful scent.
Oh, I bet.
right there.
Can you imagine
so they do throw up.
You know, you described the scent of its puke. Can you imagine what a vulture's fart smells like? Holy mother of Yad.
Like Jimmy when he gets nervous.
Well, like Ted Kennedy's son. Surprised he wasn't puking on the pulpit from all from the sick stomach he must have.
I'm nervous. I have sour stomach.
Yeah, sour stomach.
Sour.
I also went to the place where they invented Monterey Jack cheese.
Would that be Monterey?
No, it was
no.
It was outside Monterey. It was somewhere in Big Sur.
It's like Woodstock isn't really in Woodstock.
In some dumb fucking log cabin. They said this is the place where they invented Monterey Jack cheese.
Wow.
And then some fucking asshole in the Big Sur area was also trying to cross. Oh, wow, I need more help out there, people. He was trying to cross a bison with, they were trying to go with a bison beef.
Oh, like a bison with a steer?
Yeah.
So you get like a steak,
but what was
it's
it called?
bison
They were calling it beefson or something?
Bice steak?
Some asshole in the 1800s.
Beefalo?
It wasn't beefalo, though.
No, because that's buffalo, bison, beefalo.
Someone help me out that knows more than I do, which is probably 90% of you.
Bison, it's bison?
Maybe bison?
By beef?
And it didn't work out.
People being asses.
It didn't work out that well.
Beefson.
This guy lost everything because he really counted on figuring this one out.
Shits, too.
Shits, too.
Shits, too. Smart asses.
I don't know. And then I'll stop with the nature shit. I also went to the place where the butterflies go. Danny, find out
monarch butterflies.
Find the place where the butterflies go. They say if you go to Big Sur in April, the butterflies, these stupid fucking living
James Gumm's house.
Yeah, right. I guess they travel 1,500 miles just to go to this one dumb fucking tree.
It's got to be the monarch butterfly.
Huh?
Is it the monarch butterfly? It's the only one I know.
It's a bunch of...
Learned it in school. It had a pin through its back. It looked great.
It's a bunch of trees in the Big Sur area where the butterflies will travel 1,500 miles to hang out in. And then they hang there for a month or two, and then they go about their lives again. Like,
how
what?
did their stupid bug brain even know to
Thank
do
you.
that?
That's what I said to the hiking guy. I'm like,
come on.
That dumb little tiny little thing has figured out how to travel 1,500 miles to hang in these trees.
Knows where to go.
If you're smart enough to know that, why wouldn't you be smart enough to know that that's a waste of time?
It says here that they, they roost in the eucalyptus trees.
Yes.
In Cooper Grove.
Cooper Grove, that's where I was hiking. That's exactly where the Monterey Jack cheese is.
The river, yeah.
But do you have video of it? Because I hear there's so many fucking butterflies that the sound is...
that gave me the heebie-jeebies,
The sound is just ridiculous.
Yeah, that would be creepy. Did you see any? Or it wasn't like...
No,
they weren't
it's
in
not
season?
April. There wasn't one.
There wasn't one.
I want to see one stupid butterfly. We hiked down to this dumb trees where they go to. Let's go to Chris in Virginia. Chris.
Hey, just wondering how many diner waitresses you made happy by reading all of their placemats on your vacation.
Yeah, a lot of placemat knowledge. They don't have video? I want to see how many stupid butterflies go in these trees that I didn't see.
Is that it?
That's it?
Yeah,
I'm seeing 4 butterflies.
I feel like
this guy said thousands and thousands and thousands. He had to keep going thousands and thousands and thousands.
Just say millions and shut up.
Oh, we got the answer. Cigars and scotch, the buffalo beef thing. Yes, cigars and scotch.
Hey, welcome back. It's called the Wendy Williams, I believe.
Very good.
Bravo, cigars.
Cigars and scotch.
We got to start playing Wendy Williams audio. I took a little peek at that show during vacation. She is horrendous, more horrendous than we even realize because we can't really listen to the show.
I know, yeah.
We just watch it. It could be the worst show on TV.
I've seen some clips on The Soup. They run some of her clips, and wow.
Yeah.
Wow, she is just at a loss.
Yeah, absolutely. Oh, this is some good knowledge from Adam in Alabama. Listen to this one, Ed. Adam.
Hey guys, how are y'all?
Good.
I just wanted. I had heard that
in the military survival book, it says that vultures don't have assholes. It says
that can't be possible.
Kind of do like an owl. You know, an owl has an owl pellet. I know in biology we had to dissect an owl pellet to see what it eat. But
I don't believe it.
So are we going with that today, Ant? Vultures don't have assholes?
No, everything has an asshole. Even this show. Yes.
All right, here we go. Merle, the trucker. Merle.
How we doing this morning?
Hey there, Merle.
Merle, it's Merle.
I know, Merle.
What up, Merle?
Like Haggard.
God damn.
Charlie Goodnight, the guy that started the Goodnight Loving Trail a long, long time ago when they were still doing cattle drives, started crossing buffalo, which is what they used to call bison a long time ago, and domestic cattle. And the only problem was, and he was relatively successful, the only problem was the product was generally sterile.
Well, can't make more then.
So, oh, really?
Right.
So you can't breed them.
You know, he was trying to come up with a strain that would be more like the bison, that was kind of rangy and able to survive out there on the prairie and stuff a little bit better than domestic cattle, but still had the qualities of the nicer meat and that sort of thing.
Whoops.
There you go. All right. I knew there was a story behind there. I only listened to the first sentence or two here and there.
That's all I do, yeah. It's like, okay, I got enough info, shut up.
Yeah.
All right, guys, punching out.
All right, very good.
I don't know. I would just have a steak or a burger. I don't need any bison thrown in there.
That rabbit. Oh, my God.
Rabbit.
That's disgusting.
I like some gamey shit. How about some ostrich? You want some ostrich? No. Give me a chicken.
You know, there was a restaurant on Jericho Turnpike.
I remember that place.
That I think they served...
Beefalo.
No.
Dowd's Beefalo?
Oh, I remember that place. A different restaurant. And I think I had ostrich. And if it's what I'm thinking about, it tasted better than steak. It was amazing.
Get the fuck out, really?
And I think it was ostrich. I'd have to call my sister. She was working at the joint at the time.
I hear ostrich is a red meat instead of like a chicken.
Could someone back me up on that?
White meat or anything.
Was it ostrich that tastes... I mean, it was like the finest steak you've ever had.
Well, someone's saying ostrich is delicious. It's lean.
It's lean. It's like a filet. Mignon.
Ew, you've had ostrich?
Very tasty, yeah.
Wow.
I think it was ostrich, sure. All right, we'll take another break. 2 hours down. Holy mother.
Wow.
Holy mother. Let's get into blanket after the break.
Yes.
And maybe the ghoul. I don't have anything on the ghoul. Do you have anything on the ghoul?
I don't really have anything on the ghoul. He's just a ghoul.
The ghoul that had kidnapped that poor girl when she was, 11?
Yeah.
Kept her in the backyard for 18 years and fathered 2 kids.
Yeah, what a guy.
And the police department, we could get into that after the break, how they fucked up.
Whoops.
We could talk about that part of the story and other things. Opie and Anthony. Good choice, Travis. 18 years ago. You want to feel old? 18 years ago, the Black Album from Metallica debuted at #1. 18 years ago.
Wow.
Holy shit. Are you kidding me?
Damn.
So, what did you do during the break?
Someone I know is just being born.
Enough about my... Oh, really?
That's a little segue.
Really?
Well, I hosted a couple of shindigs at my place.
Nice.
A couple of shindigs. First one was a bunch of the comics, Jimmy and Boss and Joe DeRosa. Patrice.
I heard Patrice might have had a beer or something. He doesn't drink.
Patrice was...
he's coming in tomorrow or the next day, I think, because Jimmy's not back for another week.
Patrice is great. Patrice came over and just took over the grill, too.
Oh, really?
And he's amazing. That guy is a grilling motherfucker. Just everything was done perfectly. And then, of course, hijinks and shenanigans ensued with all the comics being there. It was just a rip fest on each other. And then Bobo showed up. Bobo was at my house because Keith the cop thought it would be funny to call him and tell him to hop on the train and go to a certain train station. And then they went to pick him up, put a bag over his head so he wouldn't know where I lived. And, yeah, it was a lot of fun. What did it say about a live event?
Wait, is that your house?
That's the backyard.
That looks like the resort I stayed at.
It's nice.
Holy shit.
We had fun.
Wow, I haven't been there in a while.
Yeah, got some new furniture.
God damn, it looks nice.
It was fun. It was great. Had a really good time. And Patrice decided he enjoyed Guinness.
But he doesn't drink.
I know. So it was kind of odd when we were down in the bar and pouring out some Guinness, and he's just like, yeah, one of those. Mm-hmm. I was like, who am I to say no? So I pour him one. In 2 gulps, it was gone.
No.
Yes. 2 friggin' gulps. The Guinness was gone. And then he had another one. He had another pint of Guinness. And after that one, he was just sitting in my big chair in the living room, just holding court, just pontificating in the living room.
Was he wasted on 2 beers?
I really think he was ripped.
How much does he weigh? I don't want to insult him. He's
I have no idea.
250 at least, right?
Yeah,
like close to 3, maybe?
Yeah. He's a big guy.
Because he's really tall, too.
Yeah. Yeah.
So 2 beers took him out?
2 beers pretty much made him start talking about, like, Hitler and stuff. We're in the living room just talking about Hitler and chicks. I don't know how that
Hitler and chicks
went together, but yeah, it was a lot of fun. And let's see, I went out to Cleveland to go see him, which was cool.
What?
He was playing at the Improv.
Okay.
Out there.
So a guy that doesn't like leaving his house went to Cleveland.
It's vacation time. It was quick in, out mission, kind of just going to see Patrice.
Gotcha.
It was pretty good, too. His crowd is...
they love
wow, is that just 50-50? He is a 50-50 crowd. It was half black people, half white people.
But did you notice that black people are normal people?
What?
When you go to a Patrice O'Neal show, you notice that black people are normal people.
All right, if Normal is doing this, some black broad sitting behind me,
right,
who was giant and dressed like some type of bird. She had feathers in her hair and hat and stuff like that. I don't know what it was. But she's sitting there, and Patrice starts off his act kind of does a little self-deprecation as far as being a guy goes.
Right.
And this woman is behind me just going, yeah, that's right. Uh-huh. Yeah, you tell, that's the truth. That's the truth. Now, that's the difference. No white people were yelling stuff out like that. And then when he starts changing and turning into Patrice, where it's nothing but, this fucking bitch and fuck this cunt and you should be giving away the pussy now and stuff like that. I hear her go, oh, now why he gotta talk like that? Why he gotta say that shit now? Like she loved what he was saying earlier.
Sure.
But she was completely pissed off at the end of it. And then, let's see, then I actually went to my high school reunion.
Are you kidding me?
Which, first of all, I didn't graduate from, which was uncomfortable for a couple of times when people would be like, I don't remember seeing you at graduation. It's like, I didn't graduate, but I just wanted, come to the party.
Why do you want to go?
I know a few people that I haven't seen in a while. There's a few good eggs that I haven't seen in a while that I found out were going. So I'm like, yeah, let me go check it out, say hi, see what they're up to. And for this program, for this very program, because I just had to see what the deal is with actually going to one of these things. I've never been to one. And
they're weird, aren't they?
They're very strange.
The girls don't hold up.
A lot of the guys...
Do the guys hold up?
Some of the guys, they're complete fucking disasters.
Right.
They're fat, just a mess.
Well, it's easy to say the girls don't hold up, but
the thing is, a lot of the guys, suits, very distinguished, had like an airline pilot, one of the guys, and another a businessman. And then, I couldn't believe that. There's a dwarf. I remember this guy from...
You forgot all about the dwarf that you graduated with?
Not when he walked in. Then I was like, oh, yeah. I remember there was a dwarf. Yeah, the dwarf was there. Then there was this girl that...
Wait.
I was... What?
Sorry I'm eating on the air, by the way. I almost passed out. What does the dwarf do for a living now?
I didn't talk to the dwarf, but apparently, my date for the evening was eavesdropping on the dwarf's conversation.
Okay.
And the dwarf is very successful. Apparently, the dwarf is very successful, and I was a little like, hey,
what does the kickable do?
I don't know. He's in business or real estate or something. But I also noticed one thing. He had lost something in between high school and now. His arm.
Holy shit.
And he was completely bald. Like, God just fucking stinks.
Do you think he goes to church every Sunday?
It's like a dwarf. He makes it, I don't know how long many dwarfs live. But especially when you're born back in the 60s, I don't think, the medical attention, the care, this, that, whatever. I'm surprised. He actually made it. And then you just lose an arm.
How did he lose an arm?
Can't even be a dwarf with a big full head of hair.
God, there's got to be a joke there somewhere. How did he lose his arm?
I don't know. God.
How did he lose his arm? And go.
And a hawk tried to grab him for dinner. And he had a little cane.
Really?
Yeah, he had a little cane he walked with. It's like, it's terrible. But I guess he's doing well. I don't know.
How was your date?
That was fun.
Yeah?
Yes. I decided it would be apropos to bring a date, a girl, to the graduation that was the age everyone was when they were in high school.
What?
Because I thought that would be kind of fun. And it was, because, was I looked at like a ghoul.
Wait, what?
18.
You brought an 18-year-old to your high school reunion?
Technically 17. Her birthday was 2 days away. So, yes, I did.
You are...
Yes, I fucking did.
You're insane.
It was hysterical. The looks of utter disgust from the girls.
Did anyone come up to you and go, why did you bring your daughter? For real.
One girl
had to have
came up and said, so, who are your parents?
Really?
Which I got a good kick out of it. And then I as she was trying to apologize, she's going like, oh, I'm sorry, I don't know, because, she's so young and everything. I just kind of went, you should see what happens when the FedEx guy comes to the door. And he says, is your father home? And I come to the door and we just start making out. She pretty much ran away from the table. Ran away. And then when she got up to go to the restroom at one point, this woman, who I guess I went to school with, says, she looks awfully young. I went, yep, 18.
You just said 18?
Yeah. I go, yep, 18. She goes, oh. And she just looked at me like,
what are you supposed to say after
her head.
that?
Well, why ask then if you don't got some fucking comment or something? Then don't fucking ask. And then she thought I was someone else anyway. She hands me this picture and she goes, oh, this was you. I go, that's not me. And then she goes, oh, no wonder you weren't talking to me much, and got up and walked away.
Got all pissed off.
So she thought I was an Anthony that she knew.
She thought you were the Anthony that she lost her virginity to or something, probably.
She thought I was an Anthony she knew.
Yeah.
So she tolerated me, I guess. And then the second she found out I wasn't the Anthony she knew, boof.
That was it.
Away.
The balls it takes.
But all the guys were like, Jesus Christ, dude. What the fuck?
The balls it takes to take an 18-year-old to your
why not
high school
It's
reunion.
Nostalgic for everybody to look back and go, I remember. I remember when I was that age.
Oh, I remember when my tits looked like that.
Exactly.
That's what the girls were saying, right?
Yes. Because there were nicknames I was giving to people behind their backs. Huge-titted monster was one.
Why?
She came in giant tits.
Did she have big ones in school?
You know something? I barely remember a lot of these girls. Like, I hung out. I was a scourge. I wasn't getting girls that I went to class with. I was and I was asked by my date for the evening, did you go out with any of the girls that are here? And I went, do you think I ever went out with girls my own age? And she started laughing. It's like, yeah, I go, when these girls were in high school, I was going out with girls in junior high. So,
oh my God.
So there wasn't one person from my class that I actually went out with.
Do you realize?
Like, I went out with girls like that were in my sister's class and stuff like that.
What age do you admit to these days? Because I want to do a little math.
What do you mean, admit to?
Yeah.
48.
So your date when you were a senior in high school?
Yeah.
She wasn't
going to be born
for another
for
12 years. She wasn't going to be born for another 12
Really?
years.
No. It's a lot longer than that, my friend.
No, when you were 18.
Yeah.
Oh, wait. Oh, wow. Wow, my math's fucked up today. Wait. When you were 18.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah. She wasn't going to be born for another 30 years?
Yeah, I think it's 30.
Oh, my
30 years. Yes, it's 30.
So when you graduated,
yeah,
she still had 30 years to wait before she was going to make her appearance on this earth.
Right. No? No.
What?
Travis is saying no.
What
You got to
the fuck?
subtract 18, right?
No, I think you're right. The first, if you're in high school, you graduate 18.
There's a 30-year difference. So if Anthony's 18, then there's 30 years to go before she's born.
No.
30 years.
Wait. That would be
30
years now. 30 years would be right now.
Wait a minute.
Right now it's 30-year difference.
You're right the first time.
So she wasn't born today.
Wait.
She wasn't born yesterday, Opie.
Wait a minute.
Oh,
When Anthony
if
was
only.
That'd be hot. Hold on. 18. That means she was born in.
Look at no one can do the math.
Why can't we do this?
30 minus 18 equals 12.
Yeah, you were right the first time.
You were right the first time.
19. She was born in 9.
She was shitting.
She was born.
She was shitting green when Anth was 32.
She was born in 1991.
91.
And you were born in.
Yeah, 61.
So when you were 19. So yeah, all right. She had 12 more years before she was born. I was right the first time. Okay.
91. Wow.
So
I remember 91 pretty vividly.
Yeah, it smells like Teen Spirit, baby.
Give me a song from 1991, just so I could kind of appreciate the time period.
Wow. Well, I got an age difference in my life, but
wow. Well, this is from 91.
But wow, this is a 91.
I remember when this came out.
This is a 91er. Fuck that, Metallica's Black Album, like we were talking about, 18 years ago today, debuted at number 1.
Top songs in 91.
Wow.
Yeah.
Here's some other big hits from 1991. You had Unbelievable from EMF.
You're unbelievable. Oh!
More Than Words.
More Than Words. Extreme, of course.
Let's see. Everything I Do It For You, Bryan Adams.
Yes.
Some good stuff.
Oh! Little dice action. Oh! Did you feel awkward at all walking around with an 18-year-old that's the high school
No,
reunion?
you know what?
Be honest.
I swear to you, I didn't mind at all.
Because you were definitely getting looks wherever you walked, right? Were you guys making out and stuff?
No, what? No, like
hand-holding?
Displays of affection. No.
Slow dancing?
No.
Nothing?
Just sitting and drinking
enjoying?
beer.
Was she drinking beer?
Well, I wouldn't say
no
that.
No comment, I know.
It's illegal for
that would be crazy.
underage people to drink.
Yeah, we know that.
Don't do that.
Let me say hi to Mongo the trucker. Mongo!
Yeah, I think I know how the dwarf lost his arm.
How?
High-speed clown car accident. Get it?
So that's a hell of a story.
Yeah, it was fun. And then I guess the only awkward moment was when I ran into the girl that lived across the street from me, because I did kind of like her. And
did you have fun with her?
Liked me.
Did you guys have
we used to play together.
Really?
It was like I was 11, 12 years old.
So you showed each
other
when
I first met her.
Your heinies?
No. This was before I went out to California.
Okay.
So we had gone to elementary school together, and then when I got back to New York and went to John H. Glenn High School, then I met her again, and it was kind of over and different and things like that. But she was there. She looked really good, and it was a little weird going, "Hi, this is let me introduce you." You remember when you were?
Oh, every woman there hates you.
Every other woman had like crow's feet and stuff like that. And it's really terrible.
She doesn't even have a crow's vagina yet. Jesus H. Christ.
Yeah. What are you going to do? I thought it would be fun. It was fun.
The balls, though, man.
I don't know these people. I don't plan on really seeing them.
Right.
Again. Mm-hmm. So it gives them a fun story. They can go and, go back and go, that was just fucking, how disgusting and terrible is that? Yeah. Well, a lot of fans of the show, though, so.
But most of
wasn't like a surprise to anybody.
But most of the people you were hanging with that night not most, but a lot of them probably have kids older than your date.
Oh, we were hearing about the children and stuff like that.
Yeah, they could have kids well into their 20s.
If they had kids in their early 20s, they would be in their late 20s, the children.
Right.
And some of them could be grandparents.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you were doing all that math?
Yeah. We were kind of laughing at the whole, aspect of it. It was a little, funny.
All right. Thank you. Jimmy in Jersey puts this in perspective.
Oh, I like perspective.
Jimmy did some fine math for everybody. Jimmy, go ahead.
Hey, what's up, fellas?
Hey.
No, what really makes this creepy is the fact that not only when Anthony was graduating
high school,
her parents potentially could have just been graduating kindergarten. That's what really creeps
No way.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
They're older than me.
Yes.
No, potentially though, he's right.
I mean, I thought it was creepy
because
when
if
my
they're
parents
because if
13 years younger,
if the kid, your date, sorry. So when you were 18, she still had 12 years to wait before she was born, and if her parents were in like kindergarten, that's 5, 6. Then they could have had the kid,
at 17.
Your date at 17 or 18. So he's kind
of it's pushing it, but it's funny.
It's not far fetched,
right?
I mean, certainly they were graduating 6th grade.
Yeah, true.
So,
well, wait a minute. No. They're older than me, so it doesn't work out.
Wait, the
parents are older than me.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So, potentially, but not realistically.
All right.
Potentially, it's enough.
All right.
Thank you, Jimmy. All right. How'd the evening end?
It was good. Drove home. Watched some TV. The SpongeBob SquarePants. No, I watched some Degrassi. No, I'm kidding. Kidding again.
Is that the Ghoul?
No, that's the name of the show.
What is it called? What?
Never heard of Degrassi?
No, which one is that on?
Yeah, it's a show.
I know the Wizards of Waverly Place.
Listen to a little Jonas Brothers. And then
Degrassi. I haven't heard of this one yet.
It's some stupid show.
The Wizards of Waverly Place, though.
I mean, you like that one?
Well, yeah.
A good one?
It's the #1 show now. Kicking Miley Cyrus's ass.
Wow.
All right. Very good, Ant. Moving on. Michael Jackson. Wow. Officially a homicide.
Michael. Well,
homicide doesn't mean that...
it doesn't mean murder.
Right.
Murder. It means homicide. It means somebody else... through somebody else's, either on purpose or negligence, somebody died.
It's official. Michael Jackson's death was a homicide. The LA County Coroner's Office says the cause of death was an acute intoxication from the anesthetic propofol. Other sedatives contributed to the death, most notably lorazepam. The full autopsy report was not released due to security concerns. Dr. Conrad Murray, the pop star's personal physician, may face a manslaughter charge.
I have done all I could do.
He told police he gave Jackson propofol the morning of June 25th, the day he died.
Everyone understands this propofol, right?
What?
It's only in operating rooms.
It's not like meant to take it home.
No, you can't get this stuff. And the doctor is putting him to sleep with this shit every night.
Well,
and it gives you anesthesia, right?
Yeah, I guess that's what he does.
I mean, it gives you
hallucinations?
Yeah, hallucinations.
Was it like super Ambien? Why didn't he take Ambien or something?
That's you got.
I couldn't sleep. Just think of all the demons. That's why he couldn't sleep. All he heard were the cries of pain of little children. Please put me to sleep. I can't take this anymore.
He had some drugs in his system, though.
Get this little Kennedy kid out of here. He can't breathe.
No, he had. I can't think. Well, you don't have a memory.
Oh, amnesia.
Amnesia. Jesus,
wow.
Thank you, Anthony. Yeah, well, that's what That's what that drug does, because if you're having an operation, you don't want to really remember the horror of being operated on. So that drug also gives you that. So you don't really remember. You don't and he was getting this stuff every night.
This 32-page document, released in Texas, reveals there were lethal levels of the powerful drug propofol in Michael Jackson's blood at the time of his death, according to preliminary findings of the Los Angeles coroner. The police affidavit says Dr. Conrad Murray, Jackson's personal physician, told detectives he had been treating the star for insomnia for 6 weeks, giving him an IV drip with 50 milligrams of propofol diluted with lidocaine every night. Murray worried Jackson was becoming addicted to propofol. In an attempt to wean him off, Murray put together other combinations of drugs that succeeded in putting Jackson to sleep for 2 nights prior to his death.
Jesus.
Wow.
That is unbelievable.
Wow.
No kidding, wow.
On June 25th, when those drugs failed, Murray told detectives what he did hour by hour. He said around 1:30 in the morning, he gave Jackson 10 milligrams of Valium. At 2 a.m., he injected Jackson with Ativan, an anti-anxiety drug. An hour later, the sedative Versed. At 5 a.m., more Ativan. At 7:30, more Versed. Murray says he monitored Jackson's vital signs the entire time.
Right until they went to
According
zero.
to documents, at 10:40 a.m., after repeated requests and demands from Jackson, Murray administered 25 milligrams of propofol. And Jackson finally went to sleep.
Forever.
After 10 minutes,
Yeah,
Murray
forever.
says he went to the bathroom and was gone for 2 minutes. When he returned, he says Jackson was no longer breathing.
Jesus. At 10:30 in the morning, he's taking the propofol.
Well, no shit. Listen to all that crap.
But that crap should get you a little drowsy.
Yeah.
Right?
Give me more. I'm anxious. Give me some more.
Holy shit.
I gotta sleep.
That's real fame right there, by the way.
Oh,
that you
hell.
could talk a doctor into coming to your house with propofol
and committing a felony.
And now he's watching your vitals as you go into dreamland.
Drift off to fucking Deathland.
Right.
Wow.
No kidding. Amazing. Are you into this Michael Jackson thing?
Yeah, that's pretty cool. I mean,
I wonder what else we're going to find out.
We're
going to find out more shit.
The whole thing about the blanket. And,
yeah, what do we know on Blanket now?
Well, they're starting to speculate who the father is of Blanket. Now, the daughter...
Paris, right?
Paris. We found out that she might have been fathered by the young boy that played Oliver Twist. Little Oliver Twist from the movie, I think it was in the 60s, Oliver.
Yeah, he was a child actor, obviously. A very successful child actor that Michael Jackson had a friendship with.
And if you look at young Oliver Twist... you'll see why Michael Jackson. It's right up Michael Jackson's alley. Mm-hmm. I believe he really wanted to breed children that he was attracted to, because everyone knew Michael Jackson's type, and it was that type, the slight blonde-haired waif-like boy. That's what Michael Jackson likes.
Amazing.
And now we're finding out that perhaps they're speculating that Blanket's father, Macaulay Culkin.
That's got to be just a crazy rumor.
Macaulay Culkin not commenting on it, says he's going to stick to the privacy and not talk about this. But people are saying, Opie, that Macaulay Culkin is the father of Little Blanket. And you can kind of see something in the face.
No, really? Really?
Yeah, a little bit.
Actor Macaulay Culkin is the mystery dad of Michael Jackson's son Blanket. It was claimed last night. The Home Alone film star is said to have donated sperm to help Jacko.
Right into Michael's mouth first, and then Michael spit it into...
Jesus. Created a 7-year-old offspring, real name Prince Michael II, with an unknown surrogate mom. Who's the surrogate mom?
I don't know, but she must have black hair, because that Blanket's got that long black hair, which I'm sure Michael hated.
One source said it's well known Jackson and Macaulay shared a unique bond. Now rumors are spreading like wildfire that Macaulay, who Jackson nicknamed Mac, is actually Blanket's biological dad. Holy shit. Where was I? Look at that stupid vultures.
You wanted him to ask you? Oh, where were you?
Yeah, I didn't know this story was out there.
Yeah,
Did this hit
one
last night?
Just kind of broke
Okay.
recently, yeah.
Spreading
Culkin testified for Jackson back in 2005, if you remember that one, the big trial, and won't comment on this.
Well, the source says this isn't just chitter chatter. The source.
Oh.
Even Culkin suspects he's Blanket's father.
Really?
Holy shit. Deep down, I think he always wished Mac was his son. Creating Blanket was the next best thing. Holy mackerel.
His son.
Culkin, godfather to Jacko's other two children, has told pals he will not comment in public out of loyalty to his late pal. Yesterday, Jacko's brother Marlon appeared to confirm the star did not conceive his children naturally. He said those were Michael's kids regardless of where they came from.
Yeah, no shit. Wow, what a surprise that was.
Right.
When we were told that 3 white children, lily white children, were not Michael's.
Right.
I don't care how much surgery Michael Jackson has had. His genetics are still that young Afroed child singing
well, my question
ABC.
Is, why wouldn't he, if he wanted kids so bad, why wouldn't he want to use his own sperm unless that maybe he couldn't have kids or something?
No, here's my take on it.
I'm just thinking from the talent aspect. If you have all that talent in the world, you're a weirdo to begin with. You don't like women.
Yeah.
Or maybe he did. I don't know. I would say he didn't like women.
Here's my opinion on the whole situation, why he didn't want his sperm used.
Okay. Because of the father?
Because
the blackness?
Because no.
Because you can get a really white woman.
Because the only thing creepier than touching little boys is touching little boys that you fathered. He was raising
things to touch
children to molest, as far as I'm concerned, based on his the rumor of his past and everything he's gone through, these trials, these payoffs, everything else. How could he have these young boys, these 2 young boys around that are fathered by other grown men that were boys that he would look at and find attractive, and not feel the want or need to touch them? And then they're not his, so it's not like it's family. So
that's a hell of a theory,
crossing that border.
That's a hell of a theory.
Of course it is, but I think it's true. Look, see, that's the Michael Jackson.
With the big afro.
Big afro, wide nose, very full lips, and dark skin. That's what would come out if he used his sperm. He could use his sperm with fucking Sissy Spacek, and it would come out fucking looking like Lou Gossett.
Jesus. Yeah, really?
Yes.
You're insane.
He was that black. Jesus, man.
I like your theory, but I think there might be another answer out there.
That he didn't want a black child?
I think he just was sterile or something, couldn't have kids.
Sterile. Maybe from all the drug use?
Because, I mean, there was a whole talent thing. So, I'm sure he would want to raise some talented kids.
Maybe
he just didn't give a shit.
Maybe he didn't want to have talented kids so they wouldn't be put through what he went through. There's a bunch of theories. Who knows? He's dead.
All this is going to come out.
Yeah.
Everyone's going to start talking.
And then there's going to be, I can't wait till the kids write books. When they get old enough to write books and say, what it was like roaming around that crazy place.
You really think there might have been some touching going on?
I think shenanigans were in play. I really think shenanigans were in play. You look at that blanket kid. He's a neurotic.
Well, he's a bit nervous.
He's crazy.
He's a bit nervous.
Shithouse rat.
Yeah, he's afraid of the light.
A little bastard.
He's scared. What do we say? Blanket is scared of the light.
Scared of the light. Look at Blanket with the mask on, and that fucking squaw hair. He's got fucking squaw hair.
He's got really long hair.
Really long, dark black hair. I don't know. Maybe I can't figure out. Macaulay Culkin, though.
Let me say hi to Rob on Long Island. Rob.
Hey there, Rob.
Yeah, I wanted to talk about the propofol. My father was knocked out for 9 days when he had a little bit of heart surgery.
Holy
it was supposed to last only 1 day. 9 days to get out of it. But just
wow.
to switch to this Jackson thing, I think Anthony's theory does carry some weight about Michael Jackson raising like an incestuous relationship for the future.
Yeah.
It's coming from a guy who took an 18-year-old to his prom. See ya.
Hey, I have a line. First of all, it's female. I don't cross that. And then secondly, it's legal, at least in, most states.
So the line is the law?
The line for me is the law. The law keeps me in line.
Right. Let me say hi to Ryan. Ryan.
Dude, you're the same creep who took a 17-year-old to his reunion. The same
2 days away from 18.
Dude, you're a creep. Look, let's have this inner moment with yourself.
All right.
In the mirror,
Okay.
the alcoholism, the gun thing, the Nazi thing. Now maybe we're going off to the pedophile area just a little bit.
Look, sir. I'll accept the drinking and the guns, but listen to me. Okay. Pedophilia, my friend, does not qualify in 17 and 18-year-old.
I don't think
that is not pedophilia.
I don't think the listeners are.
No, just because they're not 10 doesn't make it creepy. You know what I mean?
What?
Dude, like 17. What are you, like 58? Like,
no!
Dude.
I'm in my 40s, my friend. Shut it.
No. Oh, okay. I'll go on and get your birthday right quick.
I am, you dumb fuck.
No, he's in his 40s.
Dude.
Yeah.
All right, whatever. Okay, so you're in your 40s. Let's call it 45. 17? Dude.
Problem?
That's weird.
Problem?
That's creepy and weird.
What's the problem? Give me the problem with that.
What's
Go
the
ahead.
problem? Okay.
Give me the problem.
The problem is when you were like 20, she wasn't even born.
So you're going to go back in time and say that? So you'll say if you got a guy that's 45 and he's dating someone who's 35, that's not creepy. But if you say you go back 30 years and she's fucking an embryo, or 5. So don't go that. What's the problem? Give me the problem.
Okay, the problem is this.
Now,
your life and her life a little different. When you say like she worries about like trapper keepers and you worry about like work and like serious things in life.
Not trapper keepers. I'll be honest with you. I've never had a discussion about trapper keepers.
Yet.
We'll watch movies and laugh. So problem. Where's the problem?
You watch 17 again. You watch.
Say that. No, there's not 17 again.
Come on, man.
What was last night? Last night was bad movie, The Score, with Robert De Niro and Edward Norton.
You watched The Score?
Yes, I watched The Score.
The Score.
So you watched the Big Boy movie with her.
And it was awful.
That makes it okay.
And that stupid Angela Bassett in that movie was useless.
I guess we moved on a little too quickly to Ed's little...
What?
Relevation.
You totally moved on too quickly.
Revelation today.
You know what? You have no reason why this is creepy.
I just said it. What do you mean I have no reason why? Because her life is all about high school bubblegum and puppy dog.
No, how do you know?
Like a 40-year-old guy.
You don't know this.
Weird.
You don't know this. First of all, I am in a state of arrested development. I am mentally retarded.
Okay, agreed.
So you have to cut some years off. I find immature things very funny.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that doesn't mean that you're not in your 40s and she's 17.
So?
Oh, well, it's just because
18.
you're in arrested development.
18.
18 when?
18.
18 when?
Today. Happy birthday.
Is she really 18 today?
Yup.
Creepy. Just creepy.
Admit
that it's
shut it. Oh, admit that it's creepy? Okay.
18.
I'll admit that. You got to admit it's creepy.
So 18 years ago, I was in Buffalo cranking some tracks off the Black album from Metallica that just came out.
Yeah.
And she was being born.
Yeah.
Admit that it's creepily hot. Admit that.
Oh, my God.
All right. Thank you, sir. Let's go to Bud the trucker. Bud?
Hey, that guy is out of his gourd and is absolutely, he rules.
Thank you,
here's
sir.
why. Here's why. Because my son, who is 23, has like 500 Facebook friends. All of them hot chicks. All of them. There's nobody on there that I wouldn't scrog with if I had the chance.
Thank you, sir. I want to address Greg from Poughkeepsie.
Greg?
Yes. Greg, my friend?
Yes. You there?
What do you want to share with the audience and myself?
I'm coming to your defense, Anthony. For the one guy earlier trying to call you a pedophile, the New York State law says that statutory rape is one party has to be over 21 and the other party has to be under the age of 17. So your age and a 17-year-old is completely legal.
You don't think I checked that?
I know you did. I'm talking.
You don't
for the
think
idiot.
I actually checked that?
Did I say that you didn't?
Was it possible?
I could pretty much recite every state's laws.
How many states was it illegal in?
Actually,
I'm punching out, boys.
well, there's one weird state that has a weird law that if the girl is untouched, pure, as they say, then the legal age is 18. Otherwise, it is 17, which is kind of an odd one. Yeah.
So
then there's
if she's had some action.
Yeah. Then they don't care. And she would have had to have had action with, somebody.
But you're the first, then it's 18?
Yeah. If you're the first, then it's 18. And if you're not, then it's 17. But a lot of states are 16. And then there's a lot of states where there's an age difference that matters.
How would you know this?
Based on, you don't think I do my research? What do you think? I'm going to fucking end up like goddamn Gary Glitter?
Can we play some Gary Glitter?
I'm not going
for
to
Anthony,
fucking,
please.
I'm not going to goddamn prison.
Let me holy shit. Let's say hi to Anthony in Boston. Anthony.
Hey, guys. I was wondering how hard it was for you, Anthony, turn down High School Musical 3 and watch her little manicured hands hold your penis and you weren't allowed to do anything for 2 extra days.
2 extra days? Get out of here.
Well, you have to wait. You can't just go ahead and do it.
Yeah. Thank you. Let's go to John in Virginia. John, a lot of questions coming in.
Hey, John.
Good evening.
Hey.
Hey, Ope, maybe you can back me up on this, but if my memory serves me correctly, didn't Anthony say that he was done with the younger girls and 24 was the youngest he was going to go after?
I do believe, maybe we can pull the tape, that you did announce that you were upping the age.
I don't remember ever saying that.
If we can find that might be a tough find. I'm with you, John. I sort of remember that Anthony
I don't
said,
remember
I'm upping the age.
saying that.
And that he had it with the drama of the young girls.
Did I say that?
So you upped the age to like 20. I think he might even went higher than 24.
It might have been 25, but not much higher.
Yeah.
I don't believe I ever said that.
I do believe, yes, that John's onto something.
Unless I hear a clip, I don't believe it.
Oh, it's true.
All right, let me go to Vinny in New York. Vinny.
Hey, how you doing, guys?
Hey, Vinny.
Good morning. Anthony, when you got her bent over the hot tub and you're fucking her, did she say grandpa or daddy?
Fucking
I'm
asshole.
sorry. I'm
You
sorry.
guys are assholes.
You know what the thing is, Ant? Everybody's jealous.
Aw.
That's what it is.
Don't be.
All right, let's go to Jamie on Long Island. Jamie.
Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome
man.
back, man.
Thank you, Jamie.
Anthony, don't even listen to that jerk off, man, because I'm in the same boat as you. I met my girl when she was 18. I'm 36. Enjoy your life, brother. Now she's 22, and we have the best relationship. Don't even listen to that jerk off.
I'm not listening to
Enjoy
anybody.
your life. Enjoy it, man.
That's it. My life.
Your life. That's right. Take care, guys.
All right, let me go to Stymie in Brooklyn. Stymie.
Hello, guys.
Hi, Stymie.
I just wanted to know, after studying the laws on these states, is that why you went to Ohio, to Cleveland?
Yeah, you said you went to Cleveland. Is that?
Oh, no. That was. I swear that was just. That was to see Patrice.
All right, let's go to Sean in Kentucky. Sean.
Why isn't anybody saying anything that's the obvious? Hugh Hefner, dude.
Right. Hugh Hefner.
He gets a TV show out of it.
For fuck's sake, dude, he's what, like 85 years old?
I think he just turned.
I mean,
he just turned 80. And
fuck all those people, dude. You keep going.
Yeah. Well, Hugh Hefner just turned 80. That Girls Next Door show, that was pretty successful. His latest girlfriends at the time were like early 20s to mid 20s.
Yeah. See? That's Hef.
Let me say hi to Bob in Cleveland. Bob.
Yeah. Wouldn't you give yourself a little bit more of a buffer zone than going right to the day? And they're kind of close?
No. I figure you gotta bottom out. Just hit the absolute
all or nothing.
So then you never have to think, I gotta go lower.
Is this the youngest you could possibly go legally?
In New York State, I could go to like Arkansas.
Get a little lower?
Yeah.
A little younger?
A little younger in Arkansas, I think.
Well, you were explaining your high energy bills recently on the show.
Yes.
Let's go to Sean in North Carolina. Sean.
Aunt, how many night lights do you have in that big mansion of yours?
I don't have any night lights, sir. No one needs a night light.
Let me go to Chris in PA. Chris.
Hello.
Hey, Chris.
Hey, the two defenses that Anthony gave, one was that his limit is the law. However, if the law allowed you to go younger, you would go younger. So that kind of shows that it's more about just a piece of meat than anything else.
I didn't say that. I didn't say I would.
Well, also,
I just said the law is the limit. Maybe the law is my limit. Maybe they work the law out perfectly.
Well, I also think the fact that, what makes it creepy is that you obviously have nothing in common with girls who are 17, 18 years old, so you are looking at them as a piece of meat.
Do you think I have anything in common with girls my own age? Do you absolutely think I have absolutely nothing in common with girls my own age? Nothing! Nothing they say I want to hear from. But what? But what?
With a 17-year-old either. You probably could find more.
No, let me tell you something.
In their 20s.
Nope. I would have more in common with an 18-year-old girl than I would a girl my age. Abso-fucking-lutely. Abso-fucking-lutely.
Is it your personality that's drawing you to these 17-year-olds? Is it the personality? Is that, hey, you know what? This girl really strikes up a conversation. I enjoy hanging out with her. Or
why would you think?
Got young, fresh meat.
Of course. At first, please. It's young, fresh meat.
Well, that's the point I'm making. That's why it's creepy.
Ew, perky tits, ew. Of course, you dunce.
No, trust me. I would nail a 17-year-old in a heartbeat. I'm just saying that's the defense. I mean, that's the reason why it's creepy. It's because it's a piece of meat. It's a hunt.
You pronounced that wrong, sir.
All right, let me go to Tom in Florida. Tom.
Yes.
Hey, Ann, if your pre-date activities is looking up statutory rape laws, that's a problem, dude. That's a big problem.
No. What do you say? Why did you think it was my pre-date?
Because before the date...
Maybe I figured it out. Maybe I figured it out and looked and said, is this legal?
First class ticket to Thailand, baby. Woo!
I am legal beagle. That's what they call me, my friend.
Let's go to Chicago. Ryan.
Hey, I wanted to say happy birthday to Aunt's barely legal teen, and then also congratulate her on the fact that Aunt does not have to buy her cigarettes anymore for her.
Oh, look at that.
See.
It's now legal to buy cigarettes and look at pornography. That was kind of, something you can't do. Actually, in New York State, you could have sex with somebody 17 years old. You cannot show them pornographic material. So you can go to bed, you can fuck, you can do whatever you want, But do not punch up a picture on the internet and show that person nudity or anything pornographic. That is illegal. Taking pictures is illegal. At 17. 18,
How
legal.
do you know all this?
I've learned things.
You're a learner.
I'm a learner.
You like knowledge.
I don't like prison.
Let me go to Gary the trucker. Gary.
Hey, I was just wondering, what do you think girls find attractive in you? I understand you being attracted to
Money,
them, but,
money and my fat cock.
well, but take that away, would they be interested in you?
What? Take away the money and my fat cock? No, I'd be a tin knocker with a skinny little weenie. I wouldn't get anything.
And get
Probably
old
still be
man.
married. Yuck.
Let's go to Julie, Rhode Island. Check it in. Julie.
Hey.
Hey.
Anthony, guess what the age of consent in Rhode Island is?
What?
15. 15 years old is the legal age of consent.
Nice.
Me and my husband are 20 years apart. My husband was born in 59. I was born in 79. He got married and had his first kid in 1976.
Where's a nice hotel in Rhode Island? Just thought I'd throw that out.
Biltmore. The Biltmore Hotel.
I want to thank Struff, who knows a lot about this fine radio show. He writes, on June 23rd, Ant said he is upping his age range to 25 to 27.
When? I doubt it.
I would sort of remember that, yes. Thank you. Let's go to Tim. He's a Marine. Tim.
Hey, what's going on, guys? How you doing?
Hey.
Just calling to say, yes, I'm in the Marines in North Carolina, getting ready to deploy out of here next month, and this is one of the reasons why I love being in the military and fighting, is for just this reason. So a man in his 40s can do whatever he wants with a prime 18-year-old piece of meat. And all these guys are talking shit because they're all jealous, because they want to hit the 18-year-olds, but they can't because they're fat and they're losers, they have no money, whatever. Anthony, you're my hero. I strive to be you one day.
Thank you, sir.
All right.
Thank you.
Let's move on to Brent in Kansas. Brent.
Yeah, how you doing?
Hey.
I was just wondering what you're going to wear to prom this year.
Prom. No, I'm not going to prom.
Wait, is she out of high school?
Yes.
Are you sure?
Positraction.
Well, just curious.
I'm positive.
She graduated high school this past May?
Yes, you don't have to worry about me going to high school functions.
All right, punching out.
Let's go to John in Florida. John.
Hey, yeah.
Hey, what's up, fellas?
Hey.
I'm a high school gym teacher down here in Florida, man. I'm going to side with you here on this one, Anthony. These freaking girls, as young as 16, unfreaking believable in their little gym shorts and shit.
Thank you, sir. What am I supposed to do?
Giggity.
Go around with some fucking bitch my own age that's fucking nagging and ragging about something? I don't care. You first of all, your broads all got baggage, so I don't want to hear it. All he is.
Let's go to Pat the trucker. Pat.
Hey, guys.
Hey.
Hey, Anthony, I wanted to ask you, did you get a permission slip from the girl's parents before you took her on the trip?
No.
Do the parents have any idea?
No.
Hey, Travis, you got the statement from Anthony? This goes back, according to Struff, June 23rd.
What?
Yeah, this is June 23rd.
All right, let's listen to this. What would be the perfect age for you?
Right now?
Yeah, for real.
I would say...
Wait, because I know you could easily go for the joke here. Look, young girl comes... I'm not talking about that. Just the perfect age for you right now. Everything considered.
Can I have a spread?
Everything considered.
No, everything considered, I would
Give me a
spread it out.
3-year, like 24, 25, 26.
25, 26, 27.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
That's still too young, man.
No, you know what?
Dude.
No.
Patrice, let it be.
All right, what did I say?
25
26,
through
27.
27. Yeah.
All right.
25, 26, 27.
All right, look.
She's
I
7 years younger than that.
I fell off the wagon. What can I say? I was...
Phone's still lit here. Let's go to Booger Couch. Booger Couch.
Morning, boys.
Hey.
Hey, Ant, when are we going to see your Dateline episode?
Shut up. It's legal. There's nothing illegal about what I'm doing. I am completely legal.
Wait, what is...
Did she have some tea and cookies ready for you when you came to pick her up?
Why would someone have tea and cookies? You bombed, my friend.
Yeah, what, Danny, what do you got up there on your screen?
Oh, my God.
I just Google image. I just put 48-year-old woman.
Okay.
And then I Googled 18-year-old girl.
Okay.
And I just put a piece of text in the middle that said versus. And you tell me what you'd rather.
Look at that. Look at that. Just stop it already. Stop with your fucking dishonesty. God, you guys, you're so fucking pussy whipped.
There's nobody out there that's thinking that having any kind of relationship with a 17-year-old is creepy or weird. It's fine.
I'm taking a picture of that. So if anyone asks me, I'll just show them that picture.
Case closed.
End of argument.
End of discussion.
Yeah. Well, there's a very good question coming in from CJ in Brooklyn. CJ.
Yeah, what's up, boys?
Hey, CJ.
Yeah, I was on Google Maps last night looking around Long Island.
Yeah.
There was a mansion with a pool, a hot tub, a fire pit, and a bunch of tents set up. Is that your place, Ant?
Dude, are you hiding people in your backyard in tents?
Punching out, boys.
All right, let me go to Stryker. Stryker.
Yep. Morning, boys.
Hey, Stryker.
Anthony, in defense of you, I've got a friend that's 50 years old. He got married 2 Saturdays ago to a chick that, well, she turned 19 the day before, and they had dated for a year. So, more power to you, my friend.
See?
More power to you.
Was the family happy at the wedding?
Yes. Actually, they were. When they dated for about a year before they got married, and actually they met because he was actually a high school teacher. That's how they hooked up.
Wow. All right, very good. Thank you, Stryker. Dave in Michigan has a very good thought here. Dave.
What's up, boys?
Hey, Dave.
Man. I was just wondering how many guys in the New York area got daughters turning 18 today. They're freaking out. Punch it out.
Because you said the father doesn't know, right?
No.
Father could be a fan of the show.
No.
Let me go to, it looks like Brett, maybe? Brett, Las Vegas?
Hey, what's going on, boys?
Hey, buddy.
Hey,
I
Vegas.
just want to say, Anthony, man, you're awesome. Forget all these people, man. That's so cool. At least I can live my life through your beautiful dreams and expectations.
Thank you. That's what I try to do, my friend.
All right, punching out, boys.
All right, let's go John in Jersey. John.
Hey, Ann, I got the perfect girl for you. She lives next door to me. I asked her yesterday how old she was, and she said, I'm this many.
Let's go to John in PA. John.
Yeah, we got a perfect place down here for you, Sesame Place.
Let's go to Jason in Jersey.
Fucking dude.
Hey, listen, I'm 32, right? I'd much rather fuck like a 45-year-old cougar. So at what point does the switch happen, Ant, where you want to start banging 18 instead of 40? Because I'd much rather bang a 40-year-old than an 18-year-old.
All right, well, that's your personal preference and taste.
No, but I'm asking you.
Wait. I know I want to ask you something. What do you find more attractive with women in their 40s than women who are in their, 18 or early 20s or whatever?
Couple different reasons. Number one, they got more experience than an 18-year-old is going to have. Number two, these cougars are voracious the way they want to go at it because they got something to prove. An 18-year-old knows how hot she is. She doesn't worry about you. So I'd much rather go with them. They're going to go after it than an 18-year-old schoolgirl is going to worry about, talking with her friends and buying her booze.
No.
So at what point do you make that switch?
First of all, it's not just like you just pick a random fucking person out of the woodwork. You have, because it doesn't seem like you really have an idea of people's intimacy. You just see it as what I picture is a woman in her 40s laying there fucking filing her nails, all bitter. That's some fucking. She's either still single or divorced fucking once or twice.
Who's bitter, dude?
You're banging fucking stretch marks. I've had it.
Who's the bitter guy? You're talking about bitter. Who's bitter?
Who's bitter?
You're killing these chicks. For what?
What do you mean I'm killing them?
You're murdering these 40-year-olds saying that they're hags, they're ugly.
I'm not saying all of them. I'm saying the ones that, I would get.
So go get a better one.
No, I don't want one. There's plenty of time for that when I'm 80.
God bless.
Danny's doing a lot of verses on the screen right now.
Yeah, he certainly is. And
he's got Susan Boyle. Susan Boyle's 48?
Susan Boyle.
Okay.
And I don't know who it is, but some girl in pigtails with her finger in her mouth. Smiling coyly.
Now, did your mom meet the new one?
No.
No? I'm just wondering. What would your mom say?
First of all, everyone is really, a lot of people are making a lot of fucking leaps here.
What do you mean?
Because I just said I took a date to my high school reunion. I didn't say anything else.
Yeah, but a date implies.
Date implies a date. Everyone all of a sudden ran with that.
You don't date.
Like it's everything.
You don't just date.
What?
You don't just date. Let me say hi to Scott in Jersey.
Everyone sure is jumping to conclusions
Scott.
here.
Hey, what's up, Ant?
Hey.
Hey.
Hey, you're better off going with 29-year-olds because there's 20 of them.
See, 29-year-olds.
I get it.
Yeah.
Wow, I really had to dig back for that one.
Let's go to David. David.
Good evening.
Hey.
David.
What's up, fellas? Oh, dude, I understand what you're talking about, and you don't like a chick with baggage. You want to be that guy loading your suitcase for her maiden voyage.
Yes, I want to be the baggage.
I remember you said you were falling off the wagon?
Yeah.
Well, what is it? Tim?
This is Tom, Chicago.
Tom.
Tom.
Oh, well, they spell the T-I-M-E
I
on the screen. Go ahead, buddy.
Sorry. I propose to you, sir, there's a difference between falling off the wagon and having to buy her one for Christmas.
All right. Very funny.
You got swing sets in the backyard now? That's coming in a lot.
No swing sets.
Let's go to Chris on Long Island. Chris?
Good morning, boys.
Hey.
First question, Anthony, how did you meet this 18-year-old?
I'm not I'm not divulging my secrets.
Oh, and next question, in 16 years, you're going to date a girl named Layla River?
Oh, you are disgusting. My brother's daughter.
Oh, really? Jesus. Let's say hi to Christy.
People turning things into incestuous.
Christy.
Oh, God.
Hello?
Yeah.
Hi.
Hey, I'm 36 and dating a 26-year-old, and I just wanted to say that is just totally awesome.
See, God bless. God bless.
Let's say hi to Dan the trucker. Dan.
Hey, guys. Everything's cool as long as Anthony admits to himself, like I think he has and everybody else, that it's kind of sleazy, him going after a 17-year-old, 18.
Of course it
is. It's obvious that it's just the girl is emotionally immature, has no life experiences. She's probably flattered, that Anthony's got money and she take him out and show him, let's just call it what it is. It's just for fun and games. Nothing could come from it. It is what it is. Yeah, I don't have it.
All right, thank you. John in Buffalo. John.
Hey, Anthony, when she showed up at your house the other day, how many boxes of Thin Mint cookies did you have to buy before she agreed to go on the date with you?
See, that's a little Girl Scout joke. Very funny. You ass.
All right, it continues.
Nothing, just...
Oh, okay. You want more phone calls? I mean, they're not stopping.
Whatever,
All right. Let me say hi to Whitey. Whitey.
Hey, Whitey.
Yeah. What's up?
What's up, Whitey?
Hey, Anthony, just be relieved that when her father finds out, you'll be able to talk to him about what it was like growing up in the 60s.
I don't deal with fathers.
Yeah, Anthony doesn't like fathers.
Talk to fathers. I don't discuss things with fathers. I don't meet fathers. I don't know fathers.
Well, this guy has something for you. Chris in Chicago. Chris?
Hey, Opie, what's up?
Hey, buddy.
Hey, I was thinking 20-year-old is fucking hot, and
Yeah.
17 is just flat fucking weird.
Well, why
What the fuck are you doing? She's a fucking kid, dude. She's a stupid fucking kid at 17. Are you kidding yourself?
Yeah.
So, I mean, Ant's logic, dating a younger girl is much better than dating your own age, but then when it gets down to 17, that's where it gets creepy and weird.
See, he hung up. So you don't think there are 20-year-olds that are way more immature than an 18-year-old? Yeah. Doesn't matter. Well, Danny's going again with the verses. He puts a picture up of some old broad and then versus the 18-year-old.
Versus there, yeah.
Find an ugly 18-year-old girl. Just to say...
Yeah, find an ugly 18-year-old and a hot 48-year-old.
Yeah.
And then let's see what Ant would say.
Okay.
Okay.
Damn,
Let's go to Scott in Tampa.
We give Danny such missions on this show.
Yeah, but he comes through every time.
He pulls them
Scott in Tampa, what's up?
Hey, Ant, got a question for you. How did you ask her out? Did you write a note that says, "Do you like me? Check yes or no"?
No, I made one of those things that you open up with your fingers and go 1, 2, 3, 4. And then you pick a color, green. GREEN. And then you open the flap.
Let me say hi to Max in Connecticut. Max.
Hey, I have a theory of why Anthony is dating younger women like that.
Oh, good. Enlighten me.
Okay, well, the reason is back in high school you couldn't get any girls that age, so now that you have a little bit of money, you're just trying to recapture your youth there. You know what I mean?
Let me tell you something. In high school, I was getting plenty of girls.
Really?
Yeah.
They were all ugly, though.
No, they were all like when I was 18, they were 15.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, but your sister doesn't count, bro.
Let me go to Donna. Donna, a lot of women check in.
I'm immature.
I got to tell you, not one woman has called to yell and scream and say how sick you are, and so far every woman calling is in support.
Because they're in fucking sick relationships.
Donna.
Yes. Yes. I lied to my husband and told him I was 18 when I was 15.
Wow.
I'm the one that called before Donna Gray Pubes is what I call.
Oh, I remember you. Yeah.
Yeah. And I told my husband I was 18, but I was 15 and he was a cop.
Wow, you could have fucked his career up.
Yes, and we fucked for probably 6 months before I told him the truth.
And then what happened? Did he say no more fucking?
Oh, no. Yeah, sure. Yeah, right. And we've been married 30 years. We've been married 30 years, and we're very happy. But, yeah, he's like the 15-year-old,
Wow.
Jesus. Hey,
so,
Christ.
Yeah, so be careful, Anthony. You better check their driver's license.
Oh, everything's been checked.
Yeah.
I know.
Checked and double checked.
I'm not.
Yeah, don't just check.
I'm not
Don't
built
just
for
check
prison.
Those
Don't
fake
just
licenses
check
are real good these days, though. Ann. Be careful.
Don't just check the pussy. Check everything else.
Jesus.
All right. Let me say hi to Fred. Fred.
Oh, what's up, boys? Welcome back.
Thank
hey,
you.
Owen, think of the good side. You're going to see the lines form on our face and our hands.
That's the song. That's the song.
Dave in New Orleans. Dave.
Good evening.
Hi, Dave.
Hey, Aunt, the one good thing about taking her to the class reunion is you probably learned how to do the stanky leg, then you dance for the kids, and you taught her how to jitterbug.
No, I don't jitterbug.
All right.
Assholes.
Well, yeah, this is coming in a few times here. Steve in Montana. Steve.
Hey, I have a daughter that's 16, and if I caught some motherfucker in his 40s fucking around with her, I'll guarantee they'd never find his body.
That's why you got to keep it secret. Oh, by the way, she's probably fucking somebody anyway.
Not even.
Oh, not even. Do you think your parents really know? Do you think you would really know if she was sexually active or not?
My daughter, yeah, I think I probably would.
I think you have a blind eye turned.
Oh, no. I know exactly what I'm talking about. We have a pretty honest relationship, but if it was you, coyote bait, man.
Wait.
Well, just be happy to know that your daughter's not 18 today. So.
Right.
So you can check her off the list.
And
there's a bunch of fathers out there right now going, holy shit, my daughter's 18 today.
Some 16-year-old girl in Montana, and she's not fucking. Boy, Steve, you're delusional.
Love you guys. Punching out.
All right. Whitey again. Whitey.
Hey, Anthony, what kind of toy did she get in her Happy Meal the other night on your date?
I'll go to McDonald's,
Let's go to Randy in New Hampshire. Randy.
Hey, I just wanted to defend Anthony. I think what he's doing is great.
Sounds like
I'm 55 years old. I've been married for 31 years. He gives me hope. He really does. There is a shot for me somewhere.
But this guy sounds like a ghoul.
All right, we got a versus up there. We got kind of a hot 48-year-old.
But you put a retard up there.
And then a pretty ugly 18-year-old.
Wow.
Now what? What are you doing there, Ant?
All right, let's take a look.
The 48-year-old kind of looks like
she almost looks like Kathy Lee Gifford.
Yeah, absolutely.
Look to her. And the 18-year-old is
cross-eyed.
She's got a giant long horse face. She's cockeyed.
Yeah.
Buck teeth. She's got fucking, what's her name? The wife in The Shining, buck teeth.
Oh, right, sure.
And a giant hairdo that's just piled on top of her head with awful retard bangs.
Shelley Duvall.
Yeah.
You said, yeah.
You know what though? I got to see the bodies. I got to see what the body looks like.
Believe.
Because, you know something? You shove that long fucking Mr. Red face in a pillow, and maybe she got a nice ass. God damn.
Let me say hi to Andy in Cleveland. Andy.
Andy.
Hey, guys. Welcome back. Hey, Aaron, did you meet this girl on her way to Grandma's house? Was that what it was? Like, jumped out and... I suck. Never mind.
Yeah. I was waiting to see how far you'd go with that one.
All right, you know
Mr.
what?
Suckage.
We'll do like 2 more, and then we got to move on.
Yeah.
Jason, Ohio. Jason.
Good evening.
Hi, Jason.
Hey.
Hello. Hey, Anthony, why are you showing up on my offender locator on my iPhone?
You got the offender. They add my house to that. Those bastards.
And Chris on Long Island. Chris.
Hey, what's going on, guys?
Hey.
I love these guys. That say, "Oh, if you didn't have money and you didn't have the big fat cock and if you weren't a radio guy, you wouldn't be getting girls." Girls aren't visual. If girls were visual, they'd be going after girls. They wouldn't be going after guys at all.
Well, yeah,
right?
I think they enjoy my sparkling personality. I'm very fun to be out with, by the way. Very fun.
I imagine you are.
I'm a very fun guy. I don't. I don't really take many things seriously.
All right.
And people find that fun.
Maybe we'll go back to the phones with this. Why is it?
You never see. Oh.
Holy shit. All right, we'll end with this one. Right after this phone call, we'll go to break and continue. But Joe will take us to break. Go ahead, Joe.
Hey, Anthony, and now I know why you're always bitching and moaning. You don't see pussy with hair on it. Stop dating 12-year-olds, man.
You asshole.
Then it's good to be back. Even though this was the week to take off, I guess.
Yeah, I guess
the last week of summer, everyone takes off. We just don't do things like everyone else.
No.
We're smart, though, because most of the bosses are gone.
Okay, smart ass.
Oh.
Travis.
Nice.
Very funny.
Turn this up.
Kip Winger. Really, Kip? Then what?
Co-fucking-K!
No way. Not me. No way. Not once. Not never.
Me so horny.
I better have fist. I better have Federlisk, Barned, Pattersk, patted a little kid in the background fucking going crazy.
I mean, you can see how a white girl can fall for him.
Yeah. Excuse me while I whip this out. It's in the hole!
She was very badly raped, you see.
Of all the dramatic things I've ever seen, goodness gracious!
Oh, that's terrible. Oh, no, that's terrible.
He said, I can smell your cunt.
God damn it, are you fucking with me?
He was banging cocktail waitresses 2 at a time.
You can get a doggy style, you can get laying on your side. Those are your only choices. This is my house and I get to say.
Stupid! You're so stupid!
Show me how you suck a guy's cock. The last time I'm going to ask you.
A couple of very beautiful girls, huh?
call me sir, God damn it.
Fuck's sake, man, you're amateur.
I kiss you on the mouth. Do you want to kiss me or? Oh, fucking idiot. Hey, bud. Let's party.
Fanny Porter!
This is great iced tea. Act like wherever you are, that's the place to be.
I love the smell of napalm in the morning.
What?
O&A Party Rock!
I like turtles.
Yeah, Kip.
Motherfucker!
That's great stuff.
I didn't realize.
All right, well, back to the show.
Little Kip Winger there.
Let me say hi to Kelly in Jersey. Kelly.
Oh, hey, guys. Good morning.
Good morning, Kelly.
I just want to tell Anthony to be really careful with those young girls because when I was in high school, my friend was dating like a 35-year-old guy.
Yeah.
When he wanted to break it up with her, she lied to him and said she was pregnant. And he, like, freaked out, and he told his wife she ruined his whole life, and she didn't even want him.
Wow.
Oh, boy.
That's why I don't have a wife. I made sure of the age. And with birth control pills, you ever see how you give a dog a pill? That's what I do every morning. I open up her mouth and I go here, and I drop it on the back of her tongue and I hold her mouth shut and then pet the bottom of her neck. I go good, and then I wait for the. Then I look and make sure it's gone.
Got to hold her nose so she
You
swallows.
hold her nose and put but you got to put the pill on the back of her throat.
Yeah.
And then go good.
All right, well, let's go to Steve the trucker. Steve.
It is Steve.
Steve.
Oh, you must be talking about Scooter.
Well, hey,
Scooter.
Goddamn Scooter.
Hey, good morning, boys. How y'all doing today? Welcome back.
What's up, Scooter?
Hey, just two quick things. Anthony was absolutely right when he said all women have baggage. But when your date carrying it around with a Hello Kitty backpack, it's a little
Yes,
too young.
that's that baggage.
And then the other one is if you have to say more than 3 times, I promise that the wine cooler tastes like Kool-Aid, and she's too young.
Oh, damn. If you have to, then
I'm
I
bombing,
think...
but I'm bombing, but I'm riding this one to the end, boys.
All right, thank you, sir. There goes
Have a good
Scooter
one.
the trucker. All right, we'll try to move on to other things for now.
Yeah.
Even though that's a big one from Anthony today.
Yeah, it was, fun.
Took a almost 18-year-old to his high school reunion during the break.
Yeah, why not?
Why not?
It gave good memories for everybody else that was there. It was like, oh, I remember that age.
Sure.
When we were here in high school, in the hallowed halls
of my fine high school.
Alma mater.
The girl that was kidnapped 18 years ago at age 11 found. We all know that now.
Yes, and I had nothing to do with it.
This story's getting better and better by the day. Elaborate system of backyard sheds. She ends up giving birth to 2 kids who are now, 11 and 15? The kids?
Yeah.
Jesus. Never saw anybody else. Just lived in the backyard.
Yeah.
For the most part. And they could have caught this guy at least 3 years ago.
All these things where these guys take these girls prisoner and lock them up and do things to them, it always turns out the cops are
right
there so many times.
That is just a nightmare.
Yeah, and they just let it kind of slip on by.
I guess in 2006, a neighbor called and said, look, there are kids living in this backyard of this house, and the people that own this house, they're a little weird to begin with, and there's people living in the backyard. So the cop knocks on the door, talks to him for a little while. They could search his house because he's a sex offender. Chooses not to. Doesn't even go in the backyard. That was the initial complaint.
How is it that the guy's a sex offender? There's complaints that there's kids in
the backyard,
and they don't even check.
And this officer never checked.
Wow.
or they would have caught this guy 3 years ago.
I bet he's a little guilty.
And they're also hinting a little too strongly that he might be involved in the killing of 10 prostitutes in the 90s.
Prostitutes.
But they're not even, they're kind of, it's more than just, they're starting to think, wait a minute, we think we got something here.
Like we're thinking this is the guy.
This is the guy. And it also turned out that the car that he abducted the girl originally, 18 years ago, was in the driveway.
Just sitting in his driveway.
It's been in the driveway pretty much off and on for the last 18 years.
Amazing. Just amazing.
How does that happen?
Shoddy police work.
You got to say shoddy police work on this one?
Shoddy police work on that one. Yeah, you got it. You watch those shows. Like, I watch the shows all the time. Cold Case Files, and Forensic Files, and all those great shows.
Yeah.
And they show you what the good police work is like.
Not the bad.
The shoddy. Sometimes you see the shoddy, especially on Cold Case Files, when maybe an investigator screws up, and then the guy picks up the case like 15 years later,
right? And
they catch the guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, sometimes.
So
I'm not too sure I agree with your police work there, Lou.
And now this girl has 2 kids that she might lose because she might not be stable enough to raise the kids.
She was, and they were parented by this guy, right? Fathered by this guy?
Yeah.
Ooh, well. Yeah. And what is she, a zombie or something? I'd like to.
I don't know.
see that.
She's 29 now, so.
Really?
I think someone showed pictures of the kids.
Oh, yeah?
But they had their faces all pixelated.
All blurred out.
But I'm sure someone on the internet actually has the pictures without the pixelation. So more will come out on that one today. And then
See, that's a creep. Not some guy that, goes out to a little party, hangs out.
Well, where is this girl right now?
What?
Is she free to go?
Of course.
All right, there's the difference.
Everyone's free to go.
There's the difference.
That's what it is. I don't think I've ever abducted anybody. As far as I can recall, I've never held anyone against their will.
Let me say hi to Joe in New York. Joe?
Hey, what's going on? You guys are talking about shoddy police work. What about the Jeffrey Dahmer case? The cops caught him and then they let him go.
Oh, yeah. That's one of the classics where this young Asian man who's half naked.
Wasn't he running down the street naked and Jeffrey Dahmer's pretty much chasing him? And they didn't put 2 and 2 together?
Dahmer pretty much convinced the cops that they were having a little lover's spat. And the cops, they like to chuckle over things like that. Meanwhile, this, it was like a young Asian guy.
Right.
Was all effed up on drugs. And I think at that point he might have even drilled a couple of those holes in his head. And, a
couple starter holes.
Trying to make him a love zombie.
Yeah.
That's what he used to do. He'd drill holes in guys' heads and pour like Drano in there and try to make love zombies out of them. But, usually wound up killing them. This guy finally escaped, ran out of the house, runs to the cops, and he's like, hey, please help me. And then he comes out and goes, oh, you come back here. And the police are like, okay, we'll see ya.
None of our business.
Think of the
Have
horror.
a nice day.
That poor guy is just like, no, he didn't kill me.
Oh, my God.
That's like horrible.
That is just a horror movie.
I'll see you guys later.
All right, thank you.
Hey, man.
So, that story is not over. There's going to be more coming out.
Yeah, that one, please.
There's something that's really bothered me here in the big story since vacation, or during vacation. There's a bill they're thinking about doing that would give Obama emergency control of the internet.
Yeah.
See, I knew the government would do something about the social networking. The social networking is scaring the fuck out of the government.
It certainly is. Because we have a way to communicate with each other that is pretty much impervious to their regulation at this point, especially considering the internet stretches over, country borders, stuff like that.
But why would he want control over the internet during emergency? What kind of emergency for real? Because
cyber emergencies, they were saying that's their excuse.
Yeah, right.
And it's the same thing. And the Democrats turn around and go, why aren't you for this? And the Republicans are against it. And they say if Bush turned around and tried to do this and add this into like the Patriot Act, people would be losing their fucking minds. But it's Obama, so it's okay. Meanwhile, capturing up as much
Wait, who's
power
saying it's
as he
okay,
can.
for real?
Democrats and Obama.
I don't think the average person is saying it's okay.
It doesn't matter. They don't represent us anymore.
That's true.
We've completely
That's
passed
true.
that point.
But
you want a prime example of that? Well, maybe when we play that
we'll move right
representative
into
from
that
California
next.
later.
Definitely. We'll do it next. But with what happened in Iran recently, where communication among the people was very, very important,
and
the government was able to kind of squash the communication that was going on when all hell was breaking loose in Iran.
That's why, again, they're not calling this the president will seize control of the internet. It's the Internet Protection, this kind of Internet Protection Act, where if the internet gets taken over, let's say, and by saying the internet, you sound silly because it's this giant entity. It's not one thing. But if something happens security-wise, national security depends on the internet. He would be able to then take power and have companies like internet service providers pretty much relinquish their servers to the government, who will then be able to regulate what goes in and out of it, if anything. And that's really scary because we all remember the Patriot Act and how upset people got when it started being used. It was supposed to be for terrorists.
Right.
And everybody's like, this is great. Terrorists, if they're going to be talking over phone lines and stuff, we can tap this without congressional backing and without these warrants that you might have needed in the past. And that's good. It's Patriot Act. Then it starts getting used on American citizens that are maybe dealing drugs because they were able to bastardize that into some form of terrorism.
Right.
Which isn't right. That wasn't what it was meant for. Same thing with this. You could say it's for security, national security. If the internet or important computer equipment here in the United States gets taken over by some foreign government, we can cut in and do that. That sounds fine. But then when you look at it and go, all right, Obama's health care plan is getting the shit beat out of it. It's being criticized a lot on the internet. Maybe he can then shut down some of those sites that are criticizing him. That's an extreme. Believe me, I understand. That's a very extreme end of what that power can do. But it always heads in that direction.
And no matter what country, no country wants their people to be truly free.
No.
And this social networking is it's giving us a lot of power. The people have a lot of power.
Well, when you look
we could
at
get together a lot easier than the old days.
When you look at the news agencies, except for Fox, they're pretty much all liberal bias. And they like it that way. You know, especially the Democrats, they like it that way. The only places that are really giving him hell is Fox News, and the radio shows, the conservative radio shows, and the internet. You know, when they have a White House spokesperson say, "Could you please report any internet findings that show Obama's health plan being shown in a poor light? Could you please inform us of that?"
Yeah,
that's fucking creepy, man.
Yeah, I don't like this one at all. Obama emergency control of the internet.
Yeah,
a possible bill.
Yeah. He is quickly becoming one of the most socialist leaders I think I've ever seen. And I know that socialism is kind of this fear word, especially among the liberals and Democrats. They see it as a Republican or right-wing fear word. Socialism. His whole administration is full of a lot of socialists, communists, ex-militants, just a real creepy collection of people he's gotten around him. And his socialist programs, getting the country so far in debt that it's easier to convince the people to go after the wealthy and even the middle class, to have one class of people. That's what he wants. That's his dream, by the way. One single class of people that all pay the same, all get the same, and the government gets a shitload of money, and they run all these social programs, and they think everything's happy and dandy that way. But it's not America. No. Scary. It is.
It's very scary.
His popularity is taking
pretty good,
shit.
right?
Oh, it's taking it did the old crossover between the red and green lines. And something, I believe it was 57% of the people want Congress thrown out and start over again.
Well,
it's amazing.
And how do we communicate that? Through our Twittering and Facebooking and whatnot.
Blogs and news sites.
It's going to be very interesting to see where the social networking goes. Because right now it's just babble.
Yeah.
I'm at Walmart.
Hey, I think I'm going to pick up popcorn popper.
Right. Hey, I'm looking at vultures at Big Sur.
This is cool.
Right.
I think I'll snap a picture. There. No, I'll tweet it.
But after the initial excitement of Twittering and Facebooking, then I want to see what this really becomes. Right now, it's just exciting and stupid. I can follow a celebrity. I can follow this person. I can, But after a while, it's going to be boring as shit.
You know what's
It already
scary?
is sort of getting boring. Most of the tweets you read.
You know what's very
Or write
scary,
yourself.
though?
I'll be honest. Half the shit
Yeah.
I write, who gives a fuck about?
Very, very scary is the fact that I don't Twitter or post on a blog or anything like that everything I'm thinking as far as the government goes.
Say that again. I'm sorry.
It's very scary that I consciously don't Twitter or print on websites things I honestly feel about the government because I am afraid of printing such things because of maybe repercussions from the government. You should never be afraid of that based on what you want to say. I'm not talking about inciting riots. I'm not talking about racist stuff.
Is that your general paranoia? Or is
no,
that
no.
something
I think that is something you will find a lot of people agree with. I think a lot of people don't print certain things on the web that heavily criticize the government. Like I could sit there and type out about Obama, this and that, but I mean really heavily criticize the government because you start thinking like, you count your words, you think about what you're writing, you're not as harsh because you don't want to come off like a militia person, like someone in a militia, because I'm genuinely afraid that the government in some way is going to have some kind of repercussion. Right. And I think a lot of people feel the same way. Well, that is something that isn't supposed to happen, though. You're not supposed to be afraid of your government based on just what you're saying.
Right.
But you are.
That's very interesting. Well, the social networking right now, it's like, you invite people to a tickle party or the world's largest snowball fight. Oh. But the reality is that you could with one single tweet, if you're powerful enough, and if you come up with something real good, you could get a lot of people together instantly.
Yeah.
Instantly. It just becomes the thing on Twitter or Facebook. We're all meeting here to protest this. And that's got to scare the government.
They want to nip that in the bud, man. They don't want that type of mobilization.
Because we're all connected now.
To be available.
We're just about all connected. Between Facebook and Twitter, we're all pretty much connected. Are we following every single person out there? Absolutely not. But I'm following a certain amount of people that lead to other people, to lead to this, to lead to that. And it's all just whoosh, all connected.
There is an ability to mobilize now that was never out there before.
No.
You could mobilize like-minded people very easily now with Twitter and various other social networking sites. And that has the government a little leery. And I think that's what this bill is all about.
Yeah, that's why I'm suspicious of this. Bill would give Obama emergency control of the internet. And Obama makes me suspicious.
For those of you that thought George Bush was really getting his nose in your fucking business, it is nothing compared to what Obama has already done and what he's doing.
Well, the Patriot Act was a pretty... that was a biggie. Come on.
It was, but...
You can't just brush that under the rug.
But look at the times we were in and what we were doing. At the time, everybody was, we got to do something about terrorism.
Right.
The fact that it started getting bastardized is pure politics. It's purely that no matter what powers you give the government, it will be abused.
That's where we're different, though. I see it as the same old shit. It's just the new boss, same as the old boss. I really believe that.
This guy's a lot more dangerous.
This guy was?
Yes.
Wow.
This guy's a lot more dangerous.
Wow.
He's taking us down the road to true socialism. Not even America anymore. At least, you know something? America was built on going to other countries and bombing the living shit out of them. Jesus Christ.
And
that's all Bush did.
And you just said you're scared to tweet? How about you should turn your microphone off?
It's a radio show. I'm a character.
Oh.
See, if I do it on Twitter, it's really me.
There's a difference if you do it on Twitter instead of on a microphone that reaches a hell of a lot more people than our dumb Twitters.
Yes.
Jeez. Let me say hi to Derek in Illinois. Derek.
Hey, what's going on?
Hey, man.
What's up, Derek?
Hey, good to have you back. Quick question, or not question, but if you go to YouTube and you type in Glenn Beck Cash for Clunkers, or Cars for Clunkers, have you seen that video?
Yeah, I think actually Glenn Beck had a pretty good take on the Cash for Clunkers thing that I didn't even see. It's pretty much charity.
Yeah, well, they've got it. They have there's a thing on the website on cars.gov. If you go to it and you click the seller's link where it allows you to put your car on there, it has like a big privacy statement, which most people don't read. They just click accept. Well, he says on the video, do not do this at home, what I'm about to show you to do. You click on it, and what it does is it basically says you're allowing the government now access to your computer because by you accepting this link, you're now basically saying my computer is now in your control, and you're allowing that to happen by clicking accept. So now at any point in time, the government can hack into your computer by placing these spywares in there.
I can't even see
and
that.
look around at all your different things.
I can't see that, really.
Yeah, it's go to YouTube and check it out. It's pretty crazy.
Well, check it out.
All right, boys. Thanks a lot.
Yeah, the whole Cash for Clunkers things, I was thinking of it and going, that's a good idea. Kind of perks up the auto industry, gets people driving newer cars, I guess, or whatever. And then because I take for granted that when the government gives money, it's our money. I always forget that part. You pay your taxes, and then you realize Cash for Clunkers, you're giving people money to buy a new car that normally couldn't afford that car.
Mm-hmm.
So where's that money coming from? The taxpayers. Moi. You.
Moi.
That. So it's in essence a charity. It's again another social program of the wealthy, the taxpayers that are paying the most, giving in to this program that gives money so people that normally couldn't afford to buy a brand new car can give in their piece of shit car and get a lot of money toward their new car. But where's that money coming from? Me. You. Taxpayers. So, again, but there is a side thing of it kind of sparking the auto industry a little bit back up. We'll see. I think.
Is it sparking it enough, though?
Earnings come out very soon, if not today.
Yeah.
For some of the auto industry.
Find out more info later today, right?
Yeah.
Jason in Pennsylvania. Jason.
Yeah, I just wondered if Anthony wants to know exactly when the shooting's going to start. There's a bill being proposed by a woman in Connecticut, Food Safety and Modernization Act. When Obama signs that into law, a combat operation will commence within 24 hours. So get your ammo and your water and your food and everything.
Why? What's that all about?
They will control the food, the seeds. They will tell you what seeds you're allowed to plant. If you want to plant tomatoes in your backyard, you need a permit.
No.
Read it. I'm not making this shit up. It's not so because I say so. Just be ready. If Obama signs that, that's the last straw that's going to break the camel's back. Many people will start shooting within 24 hours of that. All right. Peace out, guys.
Oh, that's wonderful to hear. Let's say hi to Justin in Colorado. Justin.
Hey, I guess Billy Burr was right. By the way, you guys are fucked. Prepare to get audited.
That's it. Oh, he was going to say prime example was how easy the Tea Parties were organized. That's what government is afraid of.
Yeah. That's what I was saying. The ability to mobilize now is a lot easier. Yeah, people are getting on me about the Cash for Clunkers thing. It's like, oh, but the stocks went up for the auto some of the automakers because of the program. Yeah, I understand that. But, when you really look at where the money's going and where it's coming from,
right.
It just has Obama written all over it. I'm sorry. I don't agree with him as a president. I don't agree with his policies. And apparently that makes you a racist if you listen to some of these representatives and other politicians and constituents.
Well, we seg it to Diane Watson, yes.
Diane Watson.
What's the problem with Diane Watson?
A fucking dummy.
Who is Diane Watson?
Diane Watson is a representative out of
California?
California, of course, who made a little statement, a little speech at God only knows where, because there's people applauding her during some of these statements that, I don't know, the building should have been gassed. I mean, just her rhetoric, again, blames everything that Obama can't do and wants to do and is being stopped from doing because of the opposition is being looked at as racist. And Whitey is getting very tired of black people playing the race card in this day and age, where a lot of the people playing the race card are the people in power. The man is now the man.
The man.
The man
is now the man.
Is now the man. Is now a lot of black politicians. When you get our own Governor Patterson is able to just get up at his pulpit and say that the reason he's having problems running the state is racism and that people are scared of blacks in politics. How do you say that and get away with that? Could you imagine being a white guy and saying I can't do it because I'm white and black people are afraid to... You're out of office. But again, the man is now the black man.
So Diane Watson said what? The first president who looks like me?
Yeah. She's got some statements that
Want to just play this one?
Blatant racism. And she is a fucking communist. And I don't even mean that like try to interpret her communism in this. She's a fucking communist.
Now, when a senator says that this will be his Waterloo, and we all know what happened at Waterloo, then we have him and he fails. Do we want a failed state called the United States? So remember, they are spreading fear, and they're trying to see that the first president who looks like me fails. Now, just understand what's at the bottom line.
Yeah, what's at the bottom line? Racism. We get it. You're black. Obama's black. First president that looks like me.
I don't want to see Obama fail.
No, you know what? Here's the problem. They're taking Rush Limbaugh's comments again that he made way back when out of context again. They've been doing this time and time again.
What was Rush's?
Rush said that if this president wants to put forth his socialist agenda, then this country will not be America as we know it and as it is supposed to be, as per the founding fathers and everybody else and the people that fought in the world wars to preserve freedom in this country. If his programs are enacted, it will be a socialist nation. And he said if that's the case, he does not want to see him succeed in destroying the country in that way. Now, whenever he's quoted, they just say, oh, they want him to fail.
Because he's black.
Right. Because it's racist and, Russia's racist. And that is the most misquoted quote, I think, of this presidency so far, is Rush Limbaugh's. This woman also playing the race card. Why? Just because he's black, we want to see him fail? Shut the fuck up. Looks like me. She's got to get her color in there, too.
It was just mentioned to me by our esteemed speaker. Did anyone say anything about the Cuban health system? And let me tell you, before you say, oh, it's coming, you need to go down there and see what Fidel Castro put in place.
She is actually trying to... Now, ladies and gentlemen, let me explain what she is trying to do.
Why don't you do a little translation there?
She is trying to say that Fidel Castro has put one heck of a medical plan together there in Cuba. That's why boatloads of Americans risk their lives crossing that water to go to Cuba to get medical attention.
Yeah, a lot of people go there.
Oh, my God. Last time I remember, there were about 50 Americans on a little raft that held about 10 people floating to Cuba.
They couldn't wait to get into that country.
And the Cubans turned them away and had to send them back to horrible old America. This woman is out of her fucking mind.
Well, listen what she continues with Castro.
And I want you to know, now, you can think whatever you want to about Fidel Castro, but he was one of the brightest leaders I have ever met.
Do you understand this woman is not a fucking librarian? She's not some fucking... she's a representative. She is supposed... Who is she representing in California Who voted for her that is like, that fucking Castro's a great guy. I got to get this sympathizer in there. And she's praising Obama, criticizing anyone that criticizes Obama, and then praising Castro. Mm-hmm. Come on.
And getting applause.
Oh, yeah.
And you know, the Cuban Revolution that kicked out the wealthy, Che Guevara did that. And then after they took over, they went out among the population to find someone who could lead this new nation. And they found, well, just leave it there, an attorney by the name of Fidel Castro.
All right, look.
Holy shit.
Is she out of her fucking mind? Fidel was a revolutionary, you fucking dumb cunt. Fidel was the revolutionary. They didn't find Fidel practicing law somewhere.
Yanked him out of his law practice?
Washington should have signed him as a pitcher. If you remember, he actually came up and tried out.
I heard.
And, geez, that would have been great.
He had a hell of an arm on him.
Would have kept him from his shenanigans. What? She actually is praising Fidel Castro and then trying to equate. She goes, well, enough said. And then she goes, an attorney. Mm-hmm. So she's trying to equate him with Obama. And what's happening here? Like, shake out the wealthy. Let's get rid of the wealthy, which, by the way, is the middle class. It's not the wealthy. It's the middle class. Go to fucking Cuba and try to find me some middle class people. You will find extremely wealthy people who are in the government, and then extremely poor people who are called the people that are piling on fucking floating Chevys trying to get to Florida. This woman is treasonous. Wow. I can't stand her.
This is a interesting time to live.
It really is. We are going. He said change. Oh, did he say change?
And you got the two parties that don't even acknowledge each other anymore.
Yeah.
You learned that through the whole Ted Kennedy weekend. It was a Ted Kennedy weekend, everybody.
Ted Kennedy weekend.
Lots of Ted Kennedy all weekend long.
That whole thing too, where the Democrats are trying to exploit Ted Kennedy's name and death they're going to attach, or rumor is, or actually some people have said
that ain't going to happen. I know what you're going to say.
That they want to attach his name to the healthcare bill. That's called the Ted Kennedy healthcare bill. You mean the one that he didn't use to take care of his brain tumor? The one that if he had to use that kind of socialized medicine, he would have been dead. You'd have been at that funeral fucking months ago.
Not really.
Yes.
He lasted as long as you're supposed to last.
No way.
Yeah.
He would, no way. Well,
they said with the type of tumor, you can look it up, type of tumor you had, you last 14 or 16 months. And
with the kind of medical attention
he's
got.
14 months.
With the medical attention that he was able to get and afford under his fucking medical plan. You know what, by the way? Congress, they wouldn't have to have the same plans that we had under a government healthcare system. Mm-hmm. They'd still keep their own. It's in the fucking bill. They would be able to trot to the best doctors in the country and not be turned away based on poor health or age or anything like that. It's an abomination.
So that's more bullshit. They should just look at the system that's in place and find out why it's failing.
Ugh.
You know what I mean?
Why
does everything cost so fucking much?
Good luck.
Why? Figure out that red tape.
Yeah. Well, I said it earlier. Bush used fear of terrorism, and Obama's using fear of wealth and also fear of the economy. You get releases all the time about how we're not out of the woods yet. We're not doing that. And I agree, we're not. But things are picking up. People are getting back into the market. People are spending more. Unemployment is down on a monthly basis. And if you ask me, I bet Ford shows less of a loss than they were supposed to.
But Ford's dead.
No, Henry Ford?
Gerald.
Oh, Gerald R.?
Gerald R. Our last great president.
Yes. Now that was a president. Remember his whip inflation now buttons? It said win.
Right. Fucking Ford. Anyone else watch Ted Kennedy in his own words? There was an HBO thing over the weekend.
No.
I was telling Anthony about the Richard Nixon audio. Someone's got to find that fucking Richard Nixon audio.
Nixon's fantastic.
How he was trying to railroad Ted Kennedy back in the day. Holy shit. George Wallace gets shot, And Richard Nixon basically told his people to get a statement out there that the person that shot George Wallace was a big time Ted Kennedy supporter. And the person goes, but Mr. President, we don't know that. It doesn't matter that we don't know that. Just get that out immediately.
Get it out there.
He's the president.
It was those Kennedys.
If Sam could find it down the hall or E-Rock or whoever the fuck is that.
I never liked them after Jack made me sweat and lose the presidency during the debate. He was handsome. I was a sweaty mess.
Fucking Nixon. He was a scary motherfucker.
Did you see Frost Nixon yet?
I don't know.
You know what? I did the same thing. I know
every
what you're gonna
fucking
say.
hotel, I see it sitting there for my viewing pleasure. And I just avoid it every time.
I know what you're going to say. I did the same thing, and then I finally went, you know, because I'm thinking, why do I want to watch a movie about some interviews I don't even remember?
Right.
Like, what could be exciting about that? It's very well acted, and the Nixon David Frost dynamic is very cool.
But the dude doesn't look like Nixon. Takes me right out of it every time.
You know what, though? I said the same thing. Once he starts rolling, you accept him as Nixon.
Really?
Yeah, you kind of do. Yeah, I thought it was a pretty good movie.
All right.
Not, you know, you're not going to get any action-packed explosions or anything, but...
Kennedy was treated at Duke Medical Center.
Duke.
But Ted Kennedy admitted a long time ago that he wants other Americans to have the type of health care that he was able to have because he was rich.
Well, no one could... You can't do that.
I know, but
it's a physical impossibility.
But in all fairness, he said that for 40 years. Like, look, I know I get better medical care because I have money.
Yeah.
So
and you know what
he
it would
openly
cost?
admitted that.
Yeah.
Always.
But do you think people that have attained that in this country should have to then sacrifice it for the good of the rest of the country? And by the way, by the rest of the country, it's 15%. Mm-hmm. 85% of this country has health care. 85%. And I believe something like 75% have it and are happy with it. So for the 15% that don't have it, 85% of this country is supposed to sacrifice what it does have and what is working for them. For 15% that don't have it, it's unprecedented that you would take a majority like that and fuck up the works for the minority of people that don't have it. Really is. But Obama would like, you know, everything's level with Obama. Everything's like, whoosh, let's do this for everyone. Everything for this, everyone.
You know what? Obama looks worn out already.
Oh, he's tuckered out.
He's tuckered out.
He's going to look like a white-haired pappy when he gets done with his fucking presidency.
I think
he's going to be.
Let me tell you about when I ran there, and I believe it was 2007.
Yeah.
When I won the.
He at the eulogy for Ted Kennedy, he's not the happy-go-lucky Obama already.
He couldn't even get away on vacation.
No,
They were pounding
that's
him.
probably why he had the look on his face.
He was pissed.
This is my fucking summer vacation.
Well, sorry, Reagan. They showed him chopping wood at the ranch. Fucking the bushes. You saw them doing what they do, hunting or fucking clearing brush.
I think Obama looks tired because he's really getting to know the system that's in place.
Yeah,
and went, oh my. Yeah.
He had this.
How am I getting around this one?
He had this dream, I guess, this imaginary dream of what this was going to be like. And look, his hair. Is that his hair now? Holy shit, it's going gray so fast.
But.
Dude, come on.
Yeah. I mean, I wonder about that shit.
Really?
You know, did he dye it nice for the campaign to look like the even younger guy than he was? Now he lets it go because now he has to look a little more
presidential,
versed in what he's doing.
I don't know, man. He's got a lot of grays popping up in there.
There is a lot of grays.
Yeah.
All right. When we get back, Sterling with a fine home run call that's worth playing today.
Oh God! You know the Yankees. Thank God for the Yankees. They've been jacking the ball out of the stadium. Yeah. It's been great.
Yeah, it's
been
terrific if you're a Mets fan.
Oh, fucking Mets! The Mets are broken. They're just they're busted. The whole team's busted.
It's an amazing 3 years.
Where's your pitcher? Broke.
It's an amazing 3 years this team has had.
Who hits for? Oh, they're all broken. Our players are busted. We got to glue them back together. They're broke.
At least my Jets are looking good in preseason football.
Hey. But yeah, the Yankees have been just on fire, man.
Yeah.
Just jacking the ball out of the stadium. So there's been so many John Sterling calls, and I had to be treated to a radio broadcast of the Yankee game driving home one night, and I just can't take it. I can now not listen between him and that fucking, what's her name there?
Susan Waldman.
Susan Waldman.
You enjoy
I can't listen to her without thinking of, goodness gracious.
You enjoy a good home run call.
Oh,
by John Sterling.
Oh, yes.
Ready to deal. Swung on and drilled to deep right center. It is high. It is far. It is gone. It is a walk-off 3-run home run for Robbie Cano to win the game in the bottom of the 10th.
There you go. Perfect home run call.
That's it. Leave it there. That was a great great ending to the game.
There you go. See, nothing wrong with that. Right there. Wait, there's more?
Robbie Cano, and don't you know, his 3-run home run breaks the 2-2 tie. Ball game over. Yankees win. The Yankees win.
Do you think he takes his finger and goes,
I think he hits himself in the chest.
You think?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, what do you know? Oh, what do you know?
Oh, what do you know?
Oh. And there were so many of them. I'm sure there's A-bombs from A-Rod and
blah, blah, blah.
The Godzilla. Fucking.
Let me say hi to Brooklyn Ace. Brooklyn Ace, what's going on, buddy?
Good morning, guys.
Hey.
Opie, you sure you wouldn't rather be a Buffalo fan or something like that? Because us fans would like to have a winning season.
Well, I think...
whatchamacallit? Forget it.
Yeah, there's something going on with your phone call there. But
no,
Brooklyn Ace...
navigation system in the background.
Oh, was that?
Which is weird because I've gotten that on calls now every so often, and you just don't think about it. It's like, the car's telling them where to go.
Anything worse than I got my phone through my car now. Finally, I decided to, maybe have some technology in my life.
Yeah.
And you're having a nice conversation with someone, and then that fucking navigation system kicks in, and it drives you nuts. Where's the button to shut that woman up?
Got to turn it a little lower, yeah.
But I turn that lower, then my phone call goes lower.
Oh, true, yeah. Okay.
I don't know how the fuck to do that one. That's going to take me another year to figure out.
Read the manual.
Yeah, right. Do you read manuals?
No.
Anal renewal license. What's that? Oh, annual. This guy wants to talk about
anal renewal license.
I thought you wanted to talk about anal renewal there, Josh.
He is pretty far up our asses.
Josh.
What's up, Josh?
Well, there's currently a piece of legislation being proposed to nationally register all firearms with a removable magazine and pay an annual renewal fee. If you don't, your gun's illegal and you are subject to search and seizure and arrest.
Yeah, it's amazing what they're trying to do. The good thing is the NRA is really working hard against these stupid bills. And a lot of politicians know that they're going to be thrown out at the next election if they really hit the gun lobby hard. So I think we're all right for now. We'll see.
Nah, I think you're all right.
I don't think they want to step on anyone's toes. I mean, they've made enough enemies with this healthcare thing. If they start going after guns, at least on a national level, even a state-by-state level, local shit, like city shit, we're fucked with. But, yeah, see what happens. I think they'll leave us alone, though, for a little while.
All right. We'll wrap up next year.
Ooh.
Get into some other things from vacation.
My soupy.
Talk about... Oh, I want to talk... Did you see Inglourious Basterds yet?
Not yet.
Fuck, was it good? I'm hearing it was amazing.
I'm hearing it was really good.
I'm hearing it was amazing.
Yeah, a lot of people saying it's really good.
And Sam saw Halloween 2. That had to be just dog shit.
But you can't get a good review from Sam because he's on Rob Zombie's dick. His fucking mouth is firmly around Rob Zombie's cock.
Halloween 2 had to be dog shit. Sam's running down the hall. After the break, we'll see if Halloween 2 is dog shit. Stay there. Of course. Makes total sense. Opie, Anthony, and little Jimmy in about a week. Yeah. Jimmy's doing the Jay Leno thing, getting ready for the big Jay Leno show. We're very excited about that.
That'll make
excited for Jimmy
a big star.
Of course. And very excited for Jay Leno. Jay is going to do very, very well.
Yes.
Justin from Manhattan writes, do a YouTube search for the Sterling Shake if you want to experience douche chills like never before.
Really?
What do we got on the Sterling Shake there, Danny?
On YouTube.
I took a look at this during the break, and it's definitely worth showing you guys. And
is the audio good?
I don't know. I didn't hear the audio. It's just It really is a visual, but I think you guys' reaction might help us along. So
do
give it a shot here.
Do some work on your own out there. Yeah, fucking look it up.
Go to YouTube, put in the Sterling Shake.
Yeah.
This is John Sterling, the announcer for the radio announcer for the Yankees.
All right.
And here he goes.
Here we go.
The single, ball game over. Yankees win. The Yankees win.
Oh, that's how he does it?
Oh, my God. He puts his little weak fist in the air and goes,
he shakes his fist around like an angry gorilla would or something like, but he's just going, I wondered how he
Yankees win. The Yankees win.
What an asshole.
I was thinking it just as Travis said it in my ear. That needs to be an animated GIF, like, immediately.
Yes. Oh, that is really good.
That's horrendous.
Full screen, man.
Yankees win. The Yankees win. Yankees win. The Yankees win.
It looks like Zippy the Chimp.
You got to loop that. You loop that.
Where he's just going, oh, what an asshole.
The Sterling Shake on YouTube. Where's Sam? I want to beat him up about this Halloween, too.
That's a good one.
I don't even have to see the movie. I guarantee this movie's dog shit. Did it do well at the box office? 17.4 at the box office.
Isn't
Number
that
one
good?
movie for your weekend was The Final Destination, 28.3. And Inglourious Bastards, 2 weeks out, making another $20 million. Rounding out the top 5, District 9. Did you see District 9 yet?
No, I didn't.
That's a movie you want to see. Danny?
I hear that was
it good?
all right.
It's pretty good, man. It wasn't bad at all, and the effects blew anything. It just blew away at any movie that I've seen recently.
Hey, Travis,
Really
I just
good.
saw a phone call that said this radio show's ripping off, and then they hung up.
Oh, my God.
What was that about?
I don't know.
Don't worry about it. And then G.I.
It was a joke call.
Okay, and G.I. Joe: Rise of the Cobra. That movie I hear is just horrendous.
Bad, yeah.
Yeah.
So now, what did you think of the Rob Zombie production, Halloween 2?
Well, it's not just produced by Rob. It's, written and directed by Rob Zombie.
Wow.
Why,
triple threat, that guy.
Why, no one else wanted it?
No, because he writes and directs.
What, he pick it out of the garbage?
He didn't pick it out of the garbage. He writes and directs all his movies and does a hell of a job.
Yeah, but when you got a franchise like the Halloween franchise, they're bidding and outbidding each other. Like, no, I want it. I want it. How does Rob Zombie get the Halloween 2 franchise?
So he came up
Or
with
the Halloween
the
franchise?
character of Michael Myers?
I didn't say he wrote the original story. He wrote the screenplay.
You said wrote.
Well, he wrote the script that they read.
And did he tell Michael Myers how to act like Michael Myers?
He reimagined Michael Myers, as a matter of fact.
Oh, did
we
he?
saw Michael Myers without his mask on.
Wow.
Big beard.
Really?
Yes. Because, they gave him the first Halloween, because they know he's a genius, and they wanted to see his take on it. And so that's why they did it. The second one, he didn't want to do a sequel.
Wait. Rob Zombie made Halloween?
Yes, it was a huge success.
I swear to God, I did not know that. Did you know
Halloween.
that?
Yeah, I knew that he had already done the first one.
And how did he redo the first one?
It was a remake of Halloween.
I understand that, but when they redid one of Hitchcock's movies, which one? Where they did frame by frame and made sure it was exact?
Psycho.
Psycho, right.
Vince Vaughn, I believe, was in that one.
Yeah.
Rob Zombie totally reimagined Halloween for the first one. He did some prequel elements. We saw Michael when he was a kid, a little more, the family life, some of the things that motivated Michael.
What about did Captain James T. Kirk motivate him?
No.
Did they get into why he wears a James T. Kirk William Shatner mask?
They actually went over the fact that he always hid behind masks while he was in the mental institution. He made his own masks, and he always wore masks because when he was a kid and he killed his sister and his dad, his stepdad, or his mom's boyfriend, whatever.
Yeah.
He was wearing a mask, a clown mask, because it's Halloween. But he's just a boy.
Sam,
Wait,
I know you're in
lost
love
me.
with Rob Zombie, but pull your pants down and admit that Halloween 2 is dog shit.
I won't pull my pants down. And Halloween 2 was far from dog shit. It was pretty good.
Far from dog shit.
It got 21% positive reviews on Rotten Tomatoes.
Rotten Tomatoes they don't like horror movies.
We
on
respect Rotten Tomatoes to a point.
To a point, but that's exactly to a point. And that right there is proving why not all the way.
All right, name one thing that was bad about the movie.
Bad?
Yeah, because not every movie's perfect.
True.
The only thing that I would have done differently, I won't say I didn't like, I would have done differently if I were making the movie, was I was having a lot of trouble. At first, I thought it was in the 70s because everybody looked 70s-ish. Alice Cooper posters on the girls' walls, Charlie Manson poster, blah, blah, blah. But then Dr. Loomis was on a TV talk show with Weird Al Yankovic, and they were watching it on a flat-screen TV.
Well, then, obviously, it's
But everybody looked like they had mustaches and sideburns.
Wait, so...
That's
what the fuck,
I
then?
figured it out,
Why is he doing that? Why?
It's a different dimension. It's not the world that we live in. It's...
Stop.
What?
Dude, stop it. It is not. Wait. No, it is not.
This is a world that Rob Zombie has imagined.
This movie sucks.
So instead of reimagining just the movie and the characters, he reimagined the entire world.
Yeah, like the way we think of cultural trends. He reimagined that. Like in District 9, you know how there's not really a District 9 in Johannesburg? Same type of thing.
But it made sense for District 9. What the fuck is he doing with the Halloween franchise?
Yeah, come on.
Well, the thing is, they were going to make a sequel to his remake regardless, he said. But then he found out it was going to be like just thrown away to whoever. They were going to make it straight to video.
So he figured, fuck it, I might as well get the money.
No. He wanted to maintain some of his own. He felt like they were...
Artistic integrity?
Yes.
Stop it.
Why?
What else was bad about the movie?
He wasn't a lot bad about it.
At least you admitted to one fault. You know what? Just give us just one more fault.
Yeah.
Fault? I mean, some people complained that there was like a lack of a depth of story. Like the first Halloween was a very good story. Like my girlfriend enjoyed the first Halloween, even though it was very gory and manly for us guys. The second one, not so much, because she complained that there was like a lack of depth of story. Like we didn't, and a lack of depth for characters and things like that.
It just becomes a slasher movie.
And I saw it with a friend of mine who said, like, because the whole time Michael Myers is seeing his dead mom and himself as a boy, and his mom is telling him what to do, and my friend said that he didn't understand whether that was supposed to be just things he saw or actual ghosts or whatever.
I mean, it was another dimension.
No, that wasn't another dimension.
A whole nother dimension.
How many layers of shit does this movie have?
Really?
It's not a lot of shit.
Dimensions.
Because, but it was obvious.
So poor character development.
No, that's not what I said, though.
Didn't like the flat screen TVs because it was in the 70s.
No, but I understood that later.
And a lot of confusion.
And
not
by
for
the way,
me.
How did you understand it later? Who told you? Where'd you read it?
I know, I just kind of...
No, you didn't.
I had to justify it.
You didn't.
That's how I justified it. I didn't...
Did you then...
There's nothing in writing that says this is supposed to be a different dimension, but I figured that
How many minutes in the movie were you very disappointed in your hero, Rob Zombie, for remaking Halloween and making Halloween 2?
First of all, he did a hell of a job. The Halloween franchise has been dead for some time. There have been terrible Halloween movies well before Rob Zombie reimagined it.
Oh, so that's your excuse.
I'm saying
at least it's not the bad, like, Halloween 5.
There are worse Halloween movies than Rob Zombie's Halloween 2.
Well, that's not going to get people to the theaters.
Wow. That should be on a billboard.
Yeah.
There are worse Halloween movies. And it was better than the Friday the 13th remake that came out this year. Now, that movie was dog
Let me
shit.
say hi to Jimmy in Jersey, who also... we just lost him.
That's right.
Well, he wasn't happy with the movie.
Well, I wasn't happy
let's
with
go
his
to
phone call.
Rocky on Long Island. Rocky.
What's up, boys? All right, listen, I'm a huge Rob Zombie fan. I thought Devil's Rejects was fucking great.
Yeah.
This movie was a pile of shit. The story was shit. The violence, though, I'll give it to him, was fucking great. The violence was some of the best I've ever seen, but storyline, absolute horse shit.
You just didn't get it.
You didn't get it.
I mean, if it goes above people's
There was
heads...
nothing to get. It was fucking retarded, Sam. There was nothing to get. It was him walking around like a homeless person.
Well, obviously, he doesn't have a home. He's Michael Myers. What do you think? He went and bought a house?
See, the original Halloween was great. The story, it was terrific.
Rob Zombie's original Halloween?
The character development was terrific.
Rob Zombie's original Halloween.
No, I never saw that.
Well, you should check it out. It's great.
Why, when you can see the original?
The first one was good, Hope. I'll give him that.
See? Yeah.
This fucking second one was shit. It really was.
Because it's been like at least a year, maybe 2 years, and Michael Myers has obviously been without a home, so he's got long hair and a long beard now.
All right, and the explanation for his wife's horrible acting and him shoehorning her in every fucking movie he does.
Rob Zombie used his wife?
Of course, that's Michael Myers' mom. Sherry Moon Zombie, she's a wonderful-looking lady. She's a good actress. She's a lot of people love her in Devil's Rejects. They love her in House of a Thousand Corpses. She's become a scream queen and an icon of the genre.
If this doesn't,
all right, like I said,
if this doesn't,
Devil's Rejects was great. This movie sucked. I'm out, boys. Punching out.
If this doesn't say shit, I don't know what to tell you. Halloween 3D coming in summer 2010.
Yeah.
When they have to go with the 3D gimmick, you know your franchise is in trouble.
And this is even better. Weinstein said Rob Zombie, who directed Halloween 2 and the 2007 reboot of the 31-year-old horror series, will not be returning for Halloween 3D.
Look,
he said, wait. He said the studio is in negotiation with a new director, whom he declined to name, who, quote, has experience in horror and has a different take on the franchise.
It's gonna suck. It's gonna suck. And let me explain something to you.
That right now is a scorn.
No, it's not a scorn.
That is a scorn on Rob Zombie.
They're not even waiting for the movie to be a failure.
He put a different take on it, and now they want a different take on the different take.
Halloween 3D is gonna suck. Rob Zombie, you want to talk about experience in horror? 1, 2, 3, 4 written and directed, so that's 8 because written and directed, so that counts as 2 each.
Who cares?
Yeah.
That's 8 movies.
Did you actually interview Rob Zombie?
Yes, I did. And by the way, Rob told me he didn't want to do a third Halloween. There you have it, Weinstein.
Perhaps because
of course he didn't want to.
Never to return.
It's called, a little spin.
Damage control.
That's not what. No, it's not. Because he'll do another movie. It just won't be Halloween. It'll be something else, and it will be awesome.
Wow.
And he's coming out with a new album in November.
Let me say hi to Matt in Florida. Matt.
He does it all.
Yeah. Hey guys. What actually made Michael Myers scary in the original series was the fact that Dr. Loomis says that he didn't speak for 15 years. The kid had no expression. Now, in these last 2 remakes from Rob Zombie, he's chatting it up. He's seeing ghosts. There was nothing.
It's the new dimension.
Chatting it up. Who's chatting it up? He didn't say one word.
He spoke to his mother, talked about how he saw a white
when he was
pony.
A little kid.
A white pony. Woo, scary.
When he was a kid, he didn't chat it up. He was silent.
He's chatting it up.
He wasn't. This guy doesn't know what he's talking about. He doesn't know what he's talking about.
Did he actually say, ooh, a white pony?
Oh, a white pony. Scary.
As a boy, he was excited by the white pony. And that is something that comes back thematically throughout the film.
I had the pony.
Sorry. Well, I want to hear. Sam, you're a very good interviewer.
Thank you.
Let's see what this is all about. Rob talks about Halloween 2 to Sam.
We're here with Rob Zombie about Halloween 2. What's the haps?
What is the haps? Halloween 2, yes, comes out August 28th, and I'm very excited about that.
So, the first Halloween a couple years ago, that was kind of like a reimagining. You said half prequel, half whatever.
Yeah,
this
exactly.
this one, it's all you though, right?
Yeah, the first one was sort of like, it was a remake of the John Carpenter's Halloween, sort of. The first hour was all my stuff because none of that had been done before with young Michael Myers and his life and all that stuff. So, but the second half was a little more like story elements that John Carpenter had already covered.
More boring than boring.
It's not
Part
boring.
2, looking back on part 1, I realized that whenever something was 100% original, it was always more successful as a movie. So not successful.
I'm more snoozing than snoozing.
So for part 2, I decided to just go 100% original, not follow any path that had been gone down before.
First of all, those are both. I noticed that you were making fun more human than human.
Yes.
You were not being fair. By listening. That was a very good question and answer session.
Oh, it was?
What did we just hear?
Basically.
Thank you.
Just Rob talking about doing an entirely original versus a movie that was half a remake but also half original.
I get it now.
You understand?
Yeah.
Okay. Because that was
They should
not
just
a bit.
leave that shit alone.
You could remake horror movies, though. It's not like remaking comedies. Because horror movies, you get the gore and stuff. And
Yeah.
plus, Rob Zombie takes it in a whole new direction you never thought possible.
He certainly does.
Jaw-droppingly exciting.
What a coincidence. His last name is Zombie.
Okay, well...
And he makes horror movies
That's
like
not his...
that.
Are you going to that furry...
What?
It's not his born name.
It isn't?
No, he wasn't born with the last name
Oh,
Zombie.
wow.
But
Are you going to go to that furry party or not?
I mean, I don't want to. I'm not really not
Party?
planning on it.
Furry. Remember the furry party thing?
Yeah, see if we can
Pat
forget about
is here
that.
to remind us. Pat in
Oh,
Florida.
good, Pat.
Hey, Pat.
Great, Pat.
Hey,
What's
yeah,
up?
I know that Sam would have been real happy about that, for somebody to call in and remind you guys.
Thank you, Pat.
When is the furry party?
It's next month, if I'm not mistaken.
We're getting close, Sam. Do you got your costume?
No, I don't have a costume.
Your costume?
I don't have a costume.
Ed, does he have his costume?
A costume.
It's costume, and I don't have a costume.
Sam just needs to go ahead and kill himself for the show. Come on.
Well,
we have one day?
Well, we figured we'd come back with a bang. First day back from break, you kill yourself. It's perfect.
I'm not. All right.
Well, this just in.
Yeah.
What?
Rob Zombie and his, with all his talents.
He is very
to
talented.
write and direct and everything, is going to be remaking The Blob.
This is Hollywood rumors.
Director set a sci-fi redo of the 58 horror film The Blob. I guess he'll reinvent that one. Boy,
No, this is rumors. It's not confirmed. It's not confirmed.
Our show is already losing Jimmy. Now we're going to lose E-Rock.
Oh, see, that's the... He'd be an actor.
See, the block. Well.
Yeah. That's not confirmed. Rob Zombie has an album coming out in November. He's going back on tour. He's working on a movie called T-Rex. He's got an animated movie coming out.
How many movies is this guy going to wreck?
What do you mean wreck? Okay.
This one sounds really good. I can't wait to see The Haunted World of El Super Bisto.
That's an animated movie. It's coming
Sounds
out.
great.
Oh, stop it.
Well, you're judging based on a title, and I think we know we can't judge a book by its cover.
Yes, we can.
So, did you pick out your costume for the furry
I don't
party?
have a costume. I'm not interested.
Costume.
And what do the furries do again? We forgot.
Fairies?
Nothing.
The furries?
Furries.
Yeah, what do? They go to a cheap hotel somewhere and they dress in costumes and have sex with each
they
other.
hang out in a hotel lobby and sweat inside their costumes.
And just on their costume.
And they just rub on each other.
Yeah.
So
They get razors.
did you get your character yet?
No.
You promised us.
I didn't. You said I had to.
Well, yeah, that's called a promise.
Well, no, I have not finalized a costume yet.
A costume.
No.
Is it true that Rob Zombie is going to be remaking The Goonies?
No, that's not confirmed at all.
That awful wife of his could play Sloth.
See, what are you talking? She's very good looking.
What?
She's very.
I can't give him a compliment.
Why don't you put up a little picture and do her versus Sloth, Mr. versus Internet versus Danny.
Now, Sam, what else didn't you like about Halloween 2?
Yeah.
We've heard about everything you did like about the movie, but every movie has its flaws. So another thing you didn't really like about Halloween.
It's a perfect movie.
Well, I don't have that many flaws. The friend that I saw it with, his name's Chuck.
Right.
He probably went a little too art house because when Michael Myers spoke to his dead mother, she was in a white dress with a white spotlight and it was snowing down on her.
Oh, God.
But that's what he thought. It's not what I thought.
Hack.
It's not hack.
It is hack. It's hack.
There's Sherry Moon Zombie, the beautiful Sherry Moon Zombie, and talented, I might add, versus Sloth from the Goonies.
Are we trying to say she's not hot? She's ridiculously hot. Okay. All right.
Thank you.
I mean, I'm
Dan. Sorry, Dan.
I want in on the bit, but I mean, that is a gorgeous woman right there.
Zombie's got a hottie.
Jesus.
She's gorgeous.
What are you thinking for your costume?
I haven't even put one
We're a month
second
out.
of thought into it.
We're a month out. It's time for the furry party at some cheap hotel. Where is it? In Connecticut or somewhere?
I don't know. Somebody would really have to look up the details again because I'm
You
not.
know you're going. And what are you going as?
Well, where's this costume budget coming from?
I'll write the check right now, my friend. And give you a little extra on top. What are you?
You've got
What are you
to.
kidding?
I mean, I haven't really thought a lot about a costume, but like a.
How many weeks do we give them? We'll give you another week to come up with your costume, and the listeners will remind us.
I know they will. They're great like that,
What
aren't
kind
they?
of party is this? What is it?
Remember the furry thing?
Remember, you dress up in costumes and have sex with each other?
You don't remember this, Ed?
The furry convention. You all decided I was a furry one day.
Furry.
That's why I kept
furry.
No, that's why I kept saying furry after you said fairy.
Oh, fairy.
Furry. Furry. It's a bunch of people. Wait, what's the other group? The
plushies.
The plushies are what?
They're sick though.
They're ridiculous.
The plushies dress up as
furry.
stuffed animals.
I think the plushies bang stuffed animals.
Yeah, they have sex with stuffed animals.
The furries
they dress up in like those Disney type costumes, like the characters.
And they cut out their genital area
and just rub on
their
each other.
hiney holes.
And
they cut out the back of their costume to show their hiney holes.
You don't remember this, Ed? He's going to a furry convention
Now I
in
get
Connecticut. But he has to come up with a costume.
Here it is.
You got 2 weeks to come up with your costume.
It's Fur Fright in Waterbury, Connecticut.
Right.
Waterbury.
Look, Sam, there's only 46 days left until Fur Fright 09.
I don't care. So you better
Yes,
get your
you
costume together.
I don't have a costume.
You're doing some
Get a costume.
I don't want to go.
Cut
You
your
have
hiney,
to,
cut your
remember?
hiney hole out
Not
of
cutting
your costume.
Are you going to cut your hiney hole out?
No,
Cut your coolie hole out.
if I am forced to go, my coolie will
Are you
remain
gonna
covered.
Are you going to
Come
let your
on.
genitals just hang out of your costume?
No, no, I'll be molested.
Are you going to dye your pubic hair to match your costume?
Your
Nobody would see
backside.
it.
Cut
Nobody would
out
see
the
my
costume where your backside is.
And your nipple area.
No.
Yeah. Show your nipples and your coolie hole.
No, I'm not going to do that.
Danny, very good news.
Dude, check out some of these awesome pics from last year.
Wow.
Yeah, they got some. They got quite a thing happening.
Hey, look, it's fucking
it's
Beetlejuice.
It's kind of like going to a Halloween party. You could do this, Sam.
Yeah.
This looks so uncomfortable.
You could do this.
Looks hot.
That could be you.
I don't want that. That's
I mean, literally temperature hot.
oh yeah.
Yeah, the air conditioner better be on.
Yeah.
Why do people do this?
Well,
Can't I just be one of the people not in costume?
I'm so glad you asked why do people do this. That is the reason why you, Sam Roberts, are going to the furry convention. Fur Fright.
Come on.
09.
You think this will be more
46
interesting
days out.
than my Rob Zombie interview?
I already forgot about that. It sucks you came all the way back to the city for that.
Jesus.
Well, I did. I was glad I did it. I had
the time.
Yeah.
I had a 15-minute interview with him and had a sense of accomplishment afterwards. As a matter of fact.
So
for you
got 2 weeks to figure out your costume for Fur Fright.
I don't want to go to this.
Huh?
I don't want to go to this thing.
Let me say hi to Dustin in Texas. Dustin.
Hey. You guys are completely ignoring the fact that a new Jennifer Aniston movie come out this weekend.
Holy shit, I've seen the trailer for this piece of garbage. It is one of these love story chick flick.
Well, now,
love happens.
Hold on. At first glance, it would seem that way. But this one's different, you see.
Oh.
Because there's this guy, and he's real smart, real witty, charming, good-looking. You know, he seems to have it all.
Yeah.
Except for one thing.
True love.
And see, he meets Jennifer Aniston, and they sort of.
I hear Rob Zombie's remaking that next week.
He's not.
Like it just came out.
He's remade only one movie.
First
of all, that guy's still snoring.
Fucking Jennifer Aniston. She's made that movie 10 times already.
More, yes, Round Fezzer off, huh?
Yeah, we
What
have
does
to
that
get
mean?
out of here then.
I just got to say something quickly. A revelation over the weekend. You know all the Samsonite jokes we had made over the years about the big gorilla stomping on Samsonite luggage that we use every so often as a reference point?
Sure.
It was American Tourister luggage. It wasn't Samsonite.
Really?
Can you believe it?
Ooh.
That is, yes, we have faux pas. What
For
a
years.
faux pas for years.
Wow.
Not Samsonite. It was American Tourister.
Faux pas by turning these mics on every morning. Who are you kidding?
Exactly.
I disagree.
Sam,
Correcto mundo.
Sam, very excited that you're going to have a costume for the Fur Fright.
I don't know.
You have to go. You know that.
Costume.
Oh, actually, this is, we'll give you a choice, though. This is good. Steven from Virginia Beach.
Yeah, Sam could get out of that convention if he just killed himself for the show in the next 2 weeks.
But then I wouldn't be alive.
But that's not a bad out, though. You kill yourself before Fur Fright, then you don't have to go to Fur Fright.
You should.
Yeah.
But then I'd be dead. I wouldn't be able to do anything at all.
Huh?
I wouldn't be able to do anything. I wouldn't I've ceased to exist.
I was thinking shark attack for you.
Why?
That would be a cool way to go, man.
Where's their shark attack?
Oh, we'll figure it out.
You have to put meat on him, though.
Yes, some chum.
Strap some chum on him.
I'm not doing that.
On the young lad.
I'm not doing that.
Oh, they're just going to cut us off because it's a replay today.
Okay. Well, we'll see you.